reminds me.
What?
I fucked up.
You fucked up?
I did.
Why? Why did we...
You'll see in a second. Because, yeah, we didn't talk about it beforehand, but it's okay. It doesn't fucking matter. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the after party.
Great way to start the show.
It is what it is. My water bottle matches my hoodie's color as usual.
Oh. Nice.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the after party. This is presented by us, HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast, where we will be live on Wednesday this week to talk even more about Arlington as a whole. But if you are new here and don't know what the after party is, we are here to break down what happened during the day's matches. And Championship Sunday was one of the greatest things we've ever experienced. I know we put predictions out there as to who we think will win and who we think will place where, but it doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, we just want to see incredible Halo being played, and that's literally exactly what we got. So we're going to talk about the series. We're going to talk about some pivotal moments that happen within games. We're going to just break down what happened during the fucking day. And we'll probably give some overall thoughts as well in terms of the tournament as a whole. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire. This week, I'm joined by the man in the OG. Well, no, that's the FlexFit one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The FlexFit HCS Pro Talk hat, not currently available anymore on the store because of embroidery problems. So there's that.
Sure.
Will, aka I am Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you doing on this Sunday evening?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm tired, but I'm great.
I'm also tired, man.
Yes. Tyler. There he is. Congratulations to SSG on winning the event. And Tyler SSG with the 5 gifted. And also Maniac with the 2-month resub. That means there's 6 woos coming in. Woo!
There you go.
Thank you all so very much for the fucking subs, the resubs, the brand new subs, the gifted subs. Tyler, Maniac, thank you all very much. Bad Dub and Neo, thank you for the follows. Welcome to the after party. Harry, oi. I made me want to go like the Nimoy fucking
Oh my God.
SpongeBob shit. Harry, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Greatly appreciated. And yeah, so hope everyone's having a great fucking day. And yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Will, I said it basically every LAN last year. Actually, real quick, Sydney, thank you for the 2 gifted subs as well. That means another woo! Thank you very much for the 2 gifted. God damn. Thank you so much.
Support coming in strong
Absolutely.
tonight. Thank you.
In the after party. Gotta love it. So, and Burls, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. I said it all year last year, Will. Every major event that happened last year, or every LAN for that matter, every LAN felt like it got better and better as the year progressed. Competition got closer and closer as the year progressed. And now that kind of feels like it's happened tenfold. With the introduction of the new meta for the Bandit, the map and mode changes that had taken place, the introduction of Forbidden, the team changes that had happened, everything just feels closer than it ever has before. And I fucking love it. Pudgy Alpaca, that's a name. Thank you so much
What
for the
a name.
primer. You get a woo! Thanks so much for the sub. Greatly appreciated. Thanks for the hype train, ladies and gentlemen.
Burls, thanks for the follow.
Yes. What are your thoughts?
On
Just do you agree that it feels like it's
Oh, yeah.
as close as it's ever been, if not closer than ever before?
I mean, yeah, we seen complexity and Shopify make a run this event. Didn't expect them to fully get to where they were, honestly, and they proved me wrong. So that's cool to see. You still have your top 3, FaZe, SSG, Optic at the top.
Yep. Well, currently SSG, but
Currently
yes.
SSG, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
They just won the whole fucking thing, guys. Woo!
They did.
But
Well earned too. Holy shit.
yeah. Yeah, the competition is just getting tighter and tighter, and it's going to create more storylines. It's going to keep these events interesting. I can't wait for more.
Absolutely. I'm going to catch up on chat here for a second. Smiley with the fucking 12-month resub. That's a year, baby. You get a woo! Thanks so much for the fucking resub, Smiley. Greatly appreciated. Shalou says, first event, and it was a great experience. Glad to hear it. That's amazing. I've heard some complaints about today specifically. We'll get to that later. Stay tuned for that. Watsy, I'm going to say that Shopify is not even a dark horse. they've solidified themselves as to what we thought was going to happen, where they were going to be a top 4 team and knocking on that door or becoming a top 4 team. Regardless of the Sentinel situation, Shopify are a top 4 team as of now. And again, that was kind of as expected. So looking forward to see what they do for the rest of the season. But again, no offense to Shopify, I just don't think they're there yet. This first event was a barometer for everything. Now we have our baseline. We know how teams are going to, we know teams are going to get better from here on out. And now they know how it feels to play on land with the Bandit in these map changes and so on and so forth. They got to feel these teams out a little more now that the rosters are complete. So we have our baseline. Teams are only going to try to get better now. So just because Shopify are going to try to get better, that also means that FaZe, Optic, and Space Station are also going to try to get better. And I know, here's the crazy thing, guys. Here's the fucking crazy thing. And we'll talk about it later as well. One, I don't think FaZe showed up the way that they should have this weekend. Really today, obviously, but earlier in the tournament as well. I didn't think they played to their full potential. That's scary. You know what else is fucking scary? That's not the best that Optic and Space Station can be. That's their first LAN with their new squads. That is nowhere near the best that either of those two teams can be. So the fact that we didn't get to see FaZe at their highest, and we know that Optic and Space Station are only going to get better as a result with more practice and more teamwork and everything, that's that's crazy. Not to mention all the other teams that are going to improve as well. Looking at Foe, looking at Shopify, looking at Complexity, looking at all the other teams down the bracket. Teams should only get better as time goes on. So, we don't need to talk about ascending baseline, Ronan. Dustin Berry Pie says, whoever's next to me in the parking lot in the gray Nissan, I see you. What the fuck? That's funny if somebody's actually here that's in a gray Nissan. Zarna says, overall, though, such a great fucking tournament to watch. You said freak and I say fucking. Mouse and keyboard top 3, Optic 6-0ing FaZe in game 7 grand final. So damn good.
Top 6 he meant.
Yeah, top 6.
Yeah.
Yes, top 6. The best winner was Woodham. Woodham was amazing. Danger Mac, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Greatly appreciated. Wait, hold on. Mouse says blue Subaru. Dustin says, yep, blue Subaru is me. Oh my God, are you guys actually the people sitting next to each other? That's fucking crazy.
That's hilarious.
Diona, I'm going to mispronounce that. I apologize. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Greatly appreciated. Now that mouse and keyboard is viable, according to Clutch, I'm patiently waiting my contract offer. Jesus Christ, starters. No, shout out Woodham for making a statement. Shout out Foe for giving him that opportunity as well. That's a big thing too, is that not only did Woodham show out, but he was given that opportunity by that roster in the first place. They saw the talent that he had, and they're like, we can use that. We can make something happen here. So, love that shit. That's fucking rad. Dev, thank you for the fucking brand new sub. You get a woo! Greatly appreciated. Still awake in EU watching this? Hell yeah, welcome. Welcome from the EU. You must have been proud. God damn. Foe getting top 6 and Legend taking first? That fucking, god damn. Woodham's mom's my new favorite Halo parent. Yeah, she's amazing too. Shout out Woodham's mom, dude. Shout out Woodham's mom.
That Twitter clap back yesterday was great.
It was hilarious. Well deserved too. Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? So, we have a lot to talk about today, obviously. There's a lot that happened today. Straight need to pick up that Foe roster. Agreed. There is nothing more that I'd want to see than Foe getting picked up by Stuart Urban. As long as they get compensated fairly, obviously. That's the big thing for me. I want those players to get compensated fairly. I think they've earned it. They've proved it. So yeah, I'm in tears, proud Quadrant fan. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And that's the other thing, too, is that Quadrant, they had a few very close series. They could have easily outplaced where they did in the tournament. But, they're a team that should only get better, too. It's like, this is why I love the first event so much. Because now we can start really determining, okay, now that we have our baseline, where are teams going to be? Like, how far are teams going to be able to go? Was something a fluke one-time thing, like a loss or a win, right?
Yeah.
This is where the fun really begins. The fun really begins now. Pudgy says, what happened with Woodham's mom? Oh, Woodham's mom called out a shitter on Twitter. And it was hilarious. It's Bart. Thank you for the brand new sub. You get a woo! Thank you so much. Welcome. With Woodham breaking records and being the only top team mouse and keyboard player, he's a gold mine for content for any org. Better get a good org. I hope they do. I hope they get picked up. Gaz says, so people actually think Straight's going to pick up a team. Why? Because Tom T Squared Taylor said that it's in the cards. Like, there's a reason why they were scouting. So, there you go. Will.
Yeah.
To start day 3, to start Championship Sunday, here is how things began. They gave out the event awards, Will.
Yeah.
The event awards. Main Slayer makes sense to an extent, although at the end of day 2, so at the end of last night, who was at the top of the KD leaderboard graphic?
That was Lucid.
It was Lucid. Stellar was nowhere on that graphic, yet Stellar did end up winning the Main Slayer award for Arlington. Not necessarily like we didn't, it's not justified. Like it is justified that he wins it. He has a great KD. He's got a lot of slays, so on and so forth. It's just funny to me that like Lucid was literally at the top of that graphic, head and shoulders above everybody else. And the rest of that graphic was all a phase, but that's besides the point. Best objective player was Lucid, as a matter of fact, kind of solidifying, ladies and gentlemen, that roles do not exist. When you have Lucid, who was the best Slayer, I like yesterday and a lot of today, he wins best objective.
Yeah, I was shocked by that one.
Yep, I think we all were a little bit. One that we weren't necessarily shocked by was best support, which was Dead Zone, which I personally thought would be best objective, but it is what it is. And then finally, best coach was Best Man, as a matter of fact. Shopify Rebellion's coach.
I mean, they did push into top 4.
They did.
I would have liked to see that go to Wonder Boy personally.
That's what we were hoping for.
But congrats, Best Man.
Yes. And typically what happens is, it's not even typically, it's every single time it happens that the teams that make it to Championship Sunday are typically the teams included in the awards. So again, it makes sense that Best Man or a coach of the other top 3 teams would have won, but we would have loved if Wonder Boy was able to get that. But then again, big congratulations to Best Man, because that's a brand new roster as well. And that brand new roster got top 4. Like literally brand new.
Yeah.
They'd never competed together on land before. So like huge shout out to them. That's awesome. Thank you, One Tough Canadian. And yes, what a tourney indeed. Holy shit. Holy shit. Manny Maestro, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for being here. So those were the awards. Realistically, one, if not 2 of them were like, oh, that's really? Okay. And then the other one's like, oh, yeah, I see that. Sure. But now we need to get into bracket play. There were 4 matches that were played today.
One Tough Canadian is wondering what happened to the business roster.
Oh God. Okay.
Are we going back to like the start of why they got?
No, I'm just gonna give just an overview.
Okay.
Just a brief overview.
Fair.
So, G1 was supposedly going to pick up the roster. That never ended up happening. That's completely out of the way now. That's besides the point. Let's talk about the Druk situation real quick. Druck was supposed to be on the roster. Druck had visa issues. Druck was not able to compete at Arlington. They picked up Avenue in place of Druck. Therefore, they had to give up their pool play spot, so they had to play through open bracket. And in their place, Native Gaming, who was supposed to play through open bracket, got bumped up into pool play to take their spot. Was that pretty clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably the best I ever explained that.
And then...
Now you're going to shit on my take. No. Thanks.
Business then did not make it out of pools, right?
Correct. Business did not make it out of pools because the pools that they actually got to play in making it out of open bracket was the pool that Native Gaming was in. Wonderlander, hi from Argentina, boys. Hello. Welcome to the after party. Hello from Minnesota. It's cold here sometimes. Today was one of those days.
Yeah, it was.
It snowed earlier.
So yesterday, 60 degrees. Freaking awesome. Today,
60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Depending
upon where you are in the world, that might not make sense to you.
30 degrees Fahrenheit today on my way over to the studio.
It was cold.
Thanks, Minnesota.
It was relatively cold because we've had a nice stretch of nice weather. So, like, when you have that drastic temperature change, it's like, oh, shit, that doesn't feel good anymore.
Well, it was super windy last night, too.
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you what happened on my drive over here last night?
Yeah. The tumbleweed, right?
The tumbleweed? Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if it's actually a tumbleweed in Minnesota, but what looked like the top of a bush just came rolling across the street, and I smoked it with my car.
Oh, my God. Technicality says matching Yeti container and hoodie go hard, man. Hey, for the record, I didn't realize that was going to happen. So this is Lucid's new merch, as a matter of fact, and I did not realize that's what was going to happen until I got the hoodie in the mail. I'm like, oh shit, that literally is the same fucking color. That's crazy. So love it.
Juan.
Yeah. Do we want you can entertain that question?
No,
okay.
We'll just move past that.
All right, cool. Pandemic, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. And then Bart says, I hope Native Gaming get it figured out this year. Would love to see them succeed. And I think they will. They need more time. They simply need more time. And Will, I want you to give your take one more time regarding Native Gaming and the open bracket stuff.
My take on Native wait, what?
Your take on Native Gaming.
Sure.
Regarding the open bracket.
Oh, yeah. I thought it would be beneficial to them to go through open, to get that team chemistry down, to get those reps in, and then they could have came into pools probably much better and played better than they did.
Yep. I agree with that statement. For sure. Justin says, you're the only country that goes by the temperature gauge. Go fuck yourself, Justin. See you later. Hold on. Manic says that uncapped container around all those electronics is making me nervous. Now I'm going to fuck myself over because something's going to happen now, and he's going to be like, I fucking told you so, bastard. Yep. Like, fuck.
You deserve it.
I did. One Tough Canadian says, same with Sentinels. We talked about it yesterday, and I'll say it briefly right now. Or first, still Calio. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. But no, we talked about it ad nauseum yesterday. I'll mention it right now, just at the top of the show. I don't think that Sentinels placing was indicative of how they'll do the rest of the year. I still believe that they are a top 4 to fringe top 4 team in the league. And regardless of how bad they played and how bad they placed, which was top 16, they're not that bad. It was, in my opinion, it was a fluke tournament. It was a fluke weekend. Spartan apparently has some stuff going on, like health-wise, that needs, yes.
He tweeted this morning saying that he wasn't still feeling well, so going to see a doctor as soon as possible.
And it sounds like it's more than just like a flu game situation. You know what I mean? Like, this sounds like a genuine, this was really affecting what was going on. And I said it last night, I'll say it again. I do believe that team goes through Spartan. Like, if Spartan is having a good game or a good series, they're going to win. But if he's not, then no offense to any other players on that team, but I feel like Spartan is kind of that support structure for them to where, like, they can work through him on the map. And it just wasn't working out. So it is what it is. And yeah, Canadian, no issue about missing yesterday's show. It's a good question that you asked because a lot of people have that. Like, a lot of people are wondering, right? Like, is that the end of that? Is that the end of that roster? Is that the end of Sentinels? Like, what the fuck is going on, right? But no, when you take a step back and you actually look at the situation and like after the thrill of it all happening, right? Spartan clearly looks like he was going through something. He is going to get checked out by a doctor. Hopefully everything's okay. And if something's not okay, hopefully he's able to get it remedied as soon as possible. And he's back at 100%. Because I truly believe that if he's back at 100% and that team is firing on all cylinders, they are a top 4 team still. This was just a very, very weird situation. And again, never going to take anything away from a team that beat them. Never going to take a win away from anybody. A win's a win, plain and simple. But there you go. It is what it is. Did we ever figure out if a team can make a change mid-season? They can. There are roster locks, and that it's in the handbook as to when they are. But yeah. Dalton, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. So, let's talk about Champ Bracket. In the losers semifinal, which was the first match of the day, we had FaZe going up against Shopify. And again, I said it before, and I'll say it again. I still don't believe FaZe played to the best of their ability. Snakebite said the exact same thing in his after-series interview after they won the series. But there was a potential issue that had taken place. So, Will, if you would indulge me, we're going to rewatch that Game 5 Slayer. Okay? It went to a Game 5. We're going to rewatch that Game 5 Slayer because there was a pivotal moment that had taken place that may or may not have been the result of the spawns being fucked due to the Bandit Evo being the starting weapon. Tweets have since come out from Clutch and Bestman stating that the spawns were not necessarily fucked. Bestman being the coach of Shopify. So we will get to that. I promise. But we're going to watch this anyway, and we're going to see what we think happens.
Oh, the timestamp just...
God damn it, the timestamp disappeared. Motherfucker, dude. Oh, look at that. I got right back to it anyway. I'm really fucking good at this, guys. I'm really good at this.
Fans are electric here. You hear the Shopify chant. You hear the FaZe chant. They're going at it right now. Just the way FaZe and Shopify are going at it here in this matchup. 3-1 start, making 4 for FaZe. Leads to an early camouflage.
We can control it from here, right?
Going down for
like
Shopify,
is it that one there?
FaZe taking that early lead.
All right, cool. Just making sure.
We're able to hear both sides
because I have the audio of the game all the way up, so you can adjust it via that if we need to turn it up or down, you know.
Some fans here today on Championship Sunday, but FaZe have the immediate lead against an undefeated Slayer team in Shopify. Can they make it? Oh, that's not good.
Yes, Saikuza, their own coach said it was not an issue with spawns.
Ends up getting the betrayal there. It'll be now a 2-kill lead for the side of FaZe, and the player you want to watch is Cycle.
Soulstipe was able to get a double kill with that flanking cycle, taking down 3 members of FaZe. That betrayal might just bite FaZe in the butt there. Luckily, Snakebite, huge kill onto Soulstipe, stopping Shopify Rebellion from infiltrating the Neon side. They're going to slow things down. You know you don't want to make any mistakes, either one of these teams.
Shopify has the resources. The Repulse, the shot, the Stalker Rifle as well. And Cycle makes something happen with this. The highest damage dealer in this series thus far. A lot of damage can be output with this Stalker, but only 13% remaining in the ammo.
And he's gonna have World 2 and Renegade to deal with right now is Cycle, but the
Verb, are you gonna start making like Twitch comments the same way you make like comments about Renegade and stuff? Or Bound or whoever you make comments about?
But you did lose Camo.
Camo in the hands of Frosty. I love how far back he's playing right to got to make sure to get these.
Yeah, too toasted. We'll talk about that in a minute,
the
too.
Repulse by Renegade's going to save Frosty. He has another 15 seconds left on this camo, so value is my question. How much value will he get? It's one down for Shopify.
12-8 lead here by FaZe Clan. Frosty still trying to find the right angle with this camo. Doesn't even need to get the kill. Snake Bite's already on that. Soul Snipe goes down. And Frosty
Absolutely, Master Chief. You did a great job.
Bulldog. Now you're starting to push up onto Shopify Rebellion. And the moment you do, you notice the spawns are coming up, pull right back.
I love that. Again, it's
When was that Snake Bite call out? In the post-game interview. Or the post-series interview. I have it clipped. I have it ready to go. We'll watch it after this.
I talked about the General. What a game he's having thus far. 8-2 for him.
On the opposite side of things,
That's awesome, Random Act.
The man of the hour for me, at least on Shopify.
It was a great weekend.
1 assist to go along with it. Not exactly
Let's go, PD.
you want to see out of that
Viper,
game.
thank you for the follow.
The game is still early.
Welcome to the after party. And Random Act 420. Thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to the after party.
Shout out to Puckett, of course. We all remember you. One of the greats. But another
Active,
great
he never
option.
went anywhere.
It's Snake Bite. 25 seconds for camo. Look who's in position for it, though. FaZe, they have that seaside control. And that's the favorable side of the map if you want to get control of the camo. The push does commence here. Renegade's going to be in a bit of a situation, but I love the idea of him to back up. Suppress gets the initial kill on the player top C, and he gets a triple kill in the feed.
See,
Suppress goes from 1-4 to 4-4 immediately.
I pause it.
And that's
Yeah, I can pause it. There we go. I have to click into it first. Shadows, thank you for Shadow Thief is what I should say. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Yeah, that's suppressed triple, and we don't get to necessarily see how that happened. It's unfortunate. But let's go back just a tick and see if we can maybe see what's going on over there.
Push does commence here. Renegade's going to be in a bit of a
Go ahead.
Is that ATM's bottom mid area?
Yep.
situation, but I love the...
You know what we're going to do? We're going to bring it down a notch.
idea of him to back up. Suppress gets the initial kill.
So Frosty and Royal 2, he just shits on him somehow.
Yeah.
Realistically, like they have positioning. It's just suppressed. I mean, Cycle's rotating.
So the question is, does Cycle and Soul Snipe, do they get shots on them to make them weak? Because like if you're in a 3v1 situation, I imagine you lose that fight. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I think he was just the guy in the trenches, and I would assume Suppressed and Soul Snipe got some shots because they went down quickly.
They really
went
did.
down too quickly for it to be.
They really did.
3 perfects, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Barnaby Jones with the 16-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you so much. Welcome back.
That ain't gonna happen. Soul Snipe getting away with the gamble. Now it's Shopify.
Akuza, relax.
What a beautiful
Jesus
job
Christ.
by Suppress. We talked about the seaside being ever
Beloved,
so important to that camo.
yeah, I believe they didn't play like they
Gets a
should have.
triple kill
I don't
to
think they
break
played to
the
their
setup of
potential.
FaZe and Soul Snipe now.
And I bet
With
if you
the
ask
camo,
any of the
about
players
10
on that team, they'd
seconds
agree
left.
with that statement. I can't speak for them, but like when you watched that, I'm like that something just seemed off. They didn't seem like the FaZe that we saw win Worlds last year.
Step up a bit.
It was Suppressed not too long ago. That was 1-4. 1 triple kill is all that was needed to turn things around. Maybe World 2 can do the same. Not when Soul Snipe is sneaking around with that camo. Suppressed and
What a
Soul Snipe
weekend
now going
indeed.
to push up. Frosty goes down in World 2. You're gonna catch this assault rifle. Almost caught the hand.
Anyone here who eliminated Kratos? Who did that? Who eliminated Kratos' team?
They wait to the right time.
It couldn't be fucking Passion United, could it?
Taking the lead.
It couldn't have been Passion United. Gamebot and Descend, thank you for the follows. Welcome to the after party.
B-steps absolute under B-steps. He's sitting on the bureau. Top out quickly.
You guys have to wait.
See,
many tires. Just one tower.
I don't like the chant that they were doing for Shopify.
Let's go Shopify.
Yeah, it should have been Shopify. Shopify. That's what it should have been. Because now you're just sounding like you're going too fast. Let's go Shopify. Let's go Shopify. Shopify. Shopify.
Or let's go Rebels.
Sure. Yeah, let's go Rebels. Sure, that's fine too.
I think I hear you. You guys, that's small people. One quick close, one job right.
Three steps. Could be hiding arcade. They could be playing damage for arcade, guys.
I have Jody.
Can we get smoked for this?
Have a great night, Dion.
I'll drop some tires with you.
I apologize if I mispronounced your name.
Spikes, yes.
Thanks for being here. Have a great night.
They try to AP you.
They might try to make it move.
Shark, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Is that arcade?
They were sucker. They were sucker.
They might play heavy B side.
Are you guys gonna go tires? Yeah, I'm on a smoke it, Billy.
He's B side. Ready.
One shot, B pillars.
Be roll up. We have camo. Push.
Yeah, two guys out. One shot. Half shot, two guys B steps. This guy.
One shot. Same guy, one shot.
One shot, B seriously stop.
Also, you notice how mental, like, does he have LT zoom on?
Inside B weak. Frost on.
One shot, B.
Do you notice that?
No.
Like, look at this.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, no, it's every time he gets in a fight. He does this every time he's in a fight, basically. So I'm wondering if he uses LT zoom.
Must.
Yeah. Dead! Going out of Optic and SSG repeat game. Wait.
Plants. Maybe an arcade. Maybe an arcade.
SSG.
Go perp.
LT zoom doesn't act like that. So you're saying he's cheating?
One shot.
LT Zoom can act like that.
Optic won it, 50-48. Optic won the Slayer reset, 50-48.
If you personally time it to zoom shoot, you can.
They're getting space. Aimbot back in. We need a trade left.
You can map zoom to a paddle and do that. I'm just curious because, like, obviously I'm joking about the cheating thing. I know he's not fucking cheating. And I hope nobody thinks that he is. It's just when you watch him, if you watch his fights, like, he's doing that all the time. Could just be observer? I doubt it's observer. I'm not seeing a lot of other players do that.
No, with like the timing of the zoom.
Oh, the timing of the zoom. I apologize. Clearly,
At least that's what I thought. I could be wrong too.
Shadow Ghost, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. If I didn't already say that, I apologize. So for the network update coming this week, I am too.
Camo 30.
As long as it works. What's up, Absent? Welcome back.
Watch how they like the high gens. We left B. Lucky bid now.
Yeah, we left B again. It's fine.
Honestly, I'm a sick commando.
PD, that's a good
Can we
question.
get back? Can we get B control? Joey?
Wondering if Stronghold Solitude's going to be taken out of the rotation.
Something still would need to change about it if they did keep it, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's for the record. It's nothing against SSG winning that game. Like,
No,
we just see so many steamrolls in that game type map, like in the map mode combination.
We got to listen to the
Something's got to give.
of Shopify Rebellion and Tony. The thing that stood out to
We
me
love you,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Absent.
we love you, Absent.
Yeah, we love
and the
you.
passion when someone's dead. Dead is the call out. Dead. Love to see that.
3 down to Shopify Rebellion, though. So the intensity was paying off for a bit now.
Did anyone see Argyle this weekend, or did they remove it?
Combining that camo with
Yeah, Sentinels actually had it. They lost to Cloud9. That's what sent Sentinels home. That was the last game in their series against Cloud9, which was
Only
sent.
in pool play.
And I think it went to a reset as well.
The is cleared out right now, and things not looking good for Shopify. Still down by 4.
I would have loved a little bit more value out of that camo.
Thank you, Legend. Please do. Please do.
Safely, so ends up staying back, not giving up a kill. Also has the Bulldog and the Repulse to work with. Now he's gonna push up aggressively, Tony.
Shotgun pushes up. Mental down to 1 shot, but does a great job of staying alive. They can only stay alive for so long when the rest of phase are.
Ikuza, it's not about practice on the map. Like, that's not a problem with these top teams. The problem is that you can't move anywhere. Like, if you're locked in a spawn rotation, you can't, like, there's nothing you can do. It doesn't matter how good you are.
Break up that push layer by layer. They take that first initial player. They got the off spawn out and the soul snipe, and then push through for the rest. It's Royal 2. Ends up getting a trade, 46-40.
Just one more squad wipe away from taking this game and moving forward to that elimination bracket finals. Our FaZe clan. And looks like they're going to slow the game down to a snail's pace.
Proton did it against Sentinels the other day. Yeah, but like I said, oh my God. I'm not going to talk about Sentinels right now. I'm good.
And least not easily, the 41st kill for Shopify.
This is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Stay in your seats. Shopify are not throwing up the white flag just yet. They're not throwing in the towel. 46 to 43, 3-kill game.
From a 1-4 start from Suppressed to 15 kills. He's leading, willing his team
So I think this is the moment.
to 15 kills.
Is Snakebite back there right now? Okay, so Snakebite looks like he's dead in that situation, right?
Dead in PD.
Yep.
Soul
They're
Snipe
not throwing in the
and
towel.
Suppressed our
46
cafe.
to 43, 3-kill game.
From a
He spawned
So he
right,
spawns there.
right where he died.
Yes. So you see where Mental is right now? Basically a tire gen.
Yeah.
So this is where we get to it, right? So we'll just watch the end of this game, but you clearly see that Snakebite spawns in PD, and when you look at this, you probably think to yourself, that should not have fucking happened, right? Like, Mental's right there, like right next to him, okay? And yet, Snakebite spawns there. And due to Snakebite spawning there, this happens.
From Suppressed to 15 kills. He's leading, willing his team forward, but Snakebite with the flank. Nobody accounting for Snakebite.
And that's the thing. Tony doesn't know
That he spawned.
that he spawned there, so it wasn't even a flank. He just was there. Like, there was nothing Shopify could have done to be like, oh, hey, what's up, bro? I didn't realize you're just in PD.
I wonder because Cycle pushed into Subway back commando if he blocked the Red Room spawn.
So, hold that thought.
Over
Hold that
towards the
thought.
east side, it's a huge kill onto Mental. Now Frosty and World 2 pinching from Neon. One more kill. That's it.
And then they make the collapse, and they're able to get the win.
Yeah.
So that happens. Do you mind going full cam for a sec? So I can just switch this back over. Oh, thank you. So, I was gonna, Juan, are you still here? Because I was gonna reach out to Juan and be like, hey, can you make me like a cheeky fucking edit of when we talked about it on the show? Like, what if this literal exact thing happens? So instead of reaching out to Juan and asking that, because I know he was doing I believe he was doing LVT stuff and stuff, I didn't want to bother him. I just got timestamps for when this was literally talked about on a previous episode of our show. So Will, can you go back to full cam for me, please? I mean, for the gameplay. Spawns are still broken. They're still broken. We see it consistently with pro player clips that are populating on Twitter all the time. It's not getting better. So that is it. And again, I must stress this. And pros have had the same thought. Okay. And I talked about this weeks ago. It is one of my biggest worries. These teams are so dialed in. These players are so skilled that, and we know how team-based Infinite is, that when you have a setup and you're watching crosses or you're applying a push to another side of the map or whatever it is, and you feel like you're locking spawns down, but an enemy spawns there anyway, or they spawn where they necessarily shouldn't, it could absolutely not only fuck up a setup, but it could lead to an end of a game that wasn't necessarily supposed to happen that way. Go back to Cam for a sec.
Yeah.
Because I got one more for you.
Oh, God.
And this is literally what happened. I'm throwing what ifs out here, okay? So this might never happen, okay? So take what I'm going to say with a grain of salt. But Game 5 Slayer, pivotal moment in the game, deciding of a series, and a spawn gets fucked so hard that the team that should have won the game doesn't. What if that ends their tournament run right then and there? Like, we're not talking about chump. There you go. So, what if that happens?
Going back to that situation,
it's not what happened.
But did Proton, or not Proton, Shopify have a chance to win that game if Snakebite's not there, though.
I mean, I think they absolutely had a chance to win. I wouldn't put it past them. FaZe were not playing the best that they could have been. I think Shopify could have absolutely taken advantage of the situation and won the game.
Yeah.
I'm not like.
I mean, the 2 members of FaZe did go down. I think right after he spawned or while he was in that fight.
Right.
Who knows?
And see, here's the thing too: is like, it's all hindsight. You don't know. Like nobody knows. Like, you can't just say, "Oh, they're gonna lose. Oh, they'd win." Like, this is a what if scenario, right? So here was Snakebite, at the end of that series, and this was his comment that he made.
Here was electric. This series going down to the wire. What was going on through your head? And we could just hop right into that Slayer there at Game 5 because it was close back and forth. How did you manage to close that one out? Because it was so close.
We just did a good job pushing together. We had some really good comms. We had a really good VOD review session yesterday on that game type specifically. So yeah, just really played our game, had a good read of what they were doing. Got a few nice broken spawns thanks to 343. So yeah, just managed to close it out.
So there you go. He says that, right? And so we're all in Discord and we're like, oh my fucking God, he called out the spawns being shit and blah, blah. It's fucking crazy, dude. But that's not where it ended because, Will, if you want to go full screen for me again, Jimbo put out a tweet that said cycle pushing at the end, giving Snakebite the PD spawn, what we thought happened, right?
Yeah.
Blocking what you said, blocking that spawn, allowing Snakebite to spawn there. That's brutal for Shopify Rebellion, I believe. And then Clutch replied, Shopify pushing Commando has to block Tram there. Not great, but as they push, it makes sense. Best Man, the coach for Shopify, chimed in as well and said, Billy, that's mental, clear PD, but not fully. So you see Mental standing at Tire Gen in the moment that Snakebite spawns in PD. That is the coach of Shopify saying that they didn't do what they were supposed to do. It wasn't necessarily the spawns being fucked. But this isn't to throw shade at 343. This isn't to take away from what Best Man is saying, but maybe both things could be the same. Like maybe both things could be true here. To where maybe a spawn did get fucked in that sense, because of what Cycle was doing, maybe Mental didn't clearly clear out PD before Snakebite was able to spawn there. Either way, that is the information that we have on it. There you go. And yes, we do have the script, and yes, I called the fuck out of that. So, and again, like, we're talking what ifs here. I'm not saying that Shopify would have won the game if Snakebite didn't spawn there. I'm not saying that FaZe, like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know. What we do know is that FaZe won in the end. Shopify got top 4. It is what it is. There you go. There you go. So, moving on. We got to go to winter final. And so something fucking crazy happened. Something that we haven't necessarily seen in a while. I think it's happened once in Infinite so far. I think. I could be wrong, though. But I think it happened where we had a 50-50 Slayer tie that went into a reset. I think. But if we didn't, and this was the first time, then holy fucking shit, it was crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think through. I remember one as well. I think there was one.
Yeah, I do think that there was one.
Yeah.
But again, could be wrong. It's an assumption. My brain isn't functioning entirely. We've done this for 3 nights now. I'm tired. But either way, I think it'd be a disservice if we didn't check out that fucking Game 2 Slayer on Recharge, which went into a Game 2.5, which was Slayer on Recharge.
So was this the...
This is the original.
This is the original.
This is the OG 50-50 tie. Yes.
All right.
This is the OG 50-50 tie.
In tower. Legend. Isolated in blue. We'll need help and need it quickly. Speaking of legends, 4 kills off the rip. The only player on this team with kills up until that point.
One of the reasons why both of these teams have been successful throughout Slayers is their ability to slow the game down when they feel it starts to get away from themselves, or even if they're so far ahead that they don't really want to press an advantage.
Happened with Navi and someone.
Easy kills, they also slow it down.
Yeah, like I said, Sleepy Fox, I agree. I swear to God, I remember one happening at some point in time. Have a great night, Canadian. Have a great night. Hope you guys upload all these to the podcast. We will upload all of them to YouTube. All 3 of these will be uploaded to YouTube.
Stella just couldn't find that final headshot.
Some of the scariest moments when fighting a shock rifle or sniper players, when they stand still.
Also,
you say, please don't hit this.
John the Butcher. John, if you're still here, I just want to really quick say that the Stellar one was a little odd. He asked about, like, did we talk about the awards yet? Stellar winning main Slayer was a little odd because Lucid was at the top of the leaderboard at the end of day 2. And they gave the awards at the beginning of day 3 before any matches started. So that was just a little weird, although Stellar, he earned it as well. That's fine. The best objective was Lucid. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Best support being Penguin or Dead Zone. That's kind of expected. And then best coach being Best Man. We would have personally liked it to go to Wonder Boy. It didn't go to Wonder Boy. It always goes to the top 4 or top 3 teams that move on to Championship Sunday, so that's fine. It's just we would have liked it to go to Wonder Boy.
For once, Stellar shows he's human. He's not AI generated. He is capable of missing a
It happened with FaZe and Optic? That makes
Gets
sense.
the trade. 11,
That makes a lot of
11
sense.
The score right now. On board with Eco. Doing some damage to Formal.
Sin, welcome back, says I'm hungry for more Halo.
This one's on a knife's edge.
Luckily, we're watching some right now.
I'm just hungry.
A big frenzy.
Oh, yeah.
But
Food would be pretty good.
Can really be one of
You know,
those games that
pretty top
slows
tier.
down and it's quiet and
How you doing, Sin?
you wait for your moment before you start to.
Who are you going to have on the next ladies' night?
SSG doing just that, trying to find a couple of kills. Eco will do so. It's going to be a good double to.
Speaking of which, if anybody has not checked out ladies' night yet, go check it out.
Make it a triple.
Shout out Sin.
We talk about Championship Sunday, Stella, but remember what Eco can do as well. And the chip he's held on his shoulder quite a few times after Championship Sundays. It's Trippy.
We love you too,
Goes
Sin.
down to bounds, setting off a remote destination.
Did Will get White Castle? No, he didn't get fucking White Castle.
Eco's picked up a double
No, I
kill.
didn't travel the 20, 30 minutes out of the way.
Oh my God.
Go get White Castle.
Also, Uncle Joshy, welcome back. I don't think I said that to you earlier.
Make sure we're just walking.
We haven't trapped.
Hey, Rick, watch out below me.
on bottom tower.
Watch out below me. Watch out below me. One more. Top A now, I think. He's top A.
Hell bottom.
All we have to do is keep me alive.
Need a Pro Talk merch? Get in there.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Spasmatic, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Watching pipes.
For those that are just tuning in, we're checking out the game 2 and game 2.5 of the winners final against Optic Gaming and Space Station, where it was a 50-50 Slayer tie and then a 50-48 win by Optic Gaming. Colonel Flom says, you guys are welcome for Aaron Jones, by the way. Sad go, pack go. I just hope we utilize him, and I hope he stays healthy. That's all. We need a running game, so.
Watch out, turbine again. Nice. Pushing this, we're pushing this.
I mean, Blackout, there's a reason why Elamite is good at what he does. Jesus Christ, I can't speak. Thank you, Joshy.
One shot triple, one shot triple. He's stuck triple and C flat. He's walshy. Bottom mid. Shady.
Oh, also, hey, Will.
Yeah.
Cam, please. Button, please.
Boom.
Because Sin brought it up, we got to shout it out right now. We interrupt this gameplay footage for a special announcement by HCS Pro Talk. If you want to get the exclusive Arlington merch drop, it'll be available for the rest of the week at least. So through Friday, because we understand that people may get paid this week and we want people to have the opportunity to get it, not miss out on it. You know, FOMO fucking sucks. So if you're any at all interested, get your order in, because here's the best part. This design is made none other than none other than by Uriel, who did the Complexity and HCS merch drop a little while ago. He's phenomenal. He's an incredible artist, and the best part is that some of the profits from this drop will go directly to him. So you're not only supporting us, but you're supporting the artists as well. People, pay your artists. There you go. Thank you, Will. Back to the game.
He's top cut. He's top cut quick. He's going top A.
Two top A. Help me.
Keep me alive.
Two top A. My pushing tower.
Grappling.
Shot up once. There's gonna be two there.
I spent less.
Oh my god, I think Dead Zone's gonna be there.
Top guard to the left. Two shot. Careful. There's gonna be two.
Pushing Braden.
Yes, Ikuza, if you're G1, pay your players and pay your staff, for fuck's sake. Thank you, Fulcrum, for the poster. Thank you so much. Or I should say for the purchasing the poster. I hope you enjoy it.
Optic Gaming down by 4.
Bro said FOMO fucking sucks, but I heard formal fucking sucks initially. No, I would never say formal sucks. He's amazing.
Shock is up, okay?
Well, Sydney, guess what? We're watching it. So you get to watch it right now.
Mango, there's 2 guys in A now. 2 guys in A.
I'm walking A.
Bottom A, one shot. You go.
Lockers. He's one shot lockers. And heaven.
I'll pay 2 once. I'll pay 2 1.
Do you guys know that a guy's in heaven right now?
Front tower.
I think Lucid said he's in heaven. Just gonna throw that out there.
Not here anymore.
Sure.
Alright. Yo, stay everything. I'm here.
Top tower.
Yo, shock, guys. We have to play for shock.
Here's the shot.
I might be watching this careful.
C-pot, Eco, they're hitting long, I think, too. Yeah,
Maybe. Yeah, I think last.
3 long.
I'm walking tower then. I'm walking tower with combo.
You get to watch it technically live. Technically, Sydney, you do. We are live and watching it. Fuck yes.
Yo, glass down, Sterling.
Plane took off right as Optic won their 3rd game of the series. Sounds like something silly happened. Sad I missed it. Well, hey, Watson, guess what? You're here now. That's all that matters.
You guys tower.
It's okay.
Great to see you as well, Watson. Probably guess what the answer is going to be, but do any orgs sell merch for babies?
Last one shot.
Not for babies, but SSG does sell youth-sized like jerseys and whatnot. So go check that out.
I'm here, Zen.
But yeah, not strictly for infants or very small children.
Bottom A, one shot, legend.
Yeah, hear that.
Also neither.
Got him.
Top gold.
Iliotics, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Thank you. Yo, let this one gold, okay?
Blackout, you're gonna have to DM Sleepy Fox the link.
Is he aping you? Yeah, aping me. 1 shot down. Nice. Shock is down there.
Yo, 2 guys gold door.
Oh yeah, that's true. SSG now ships to fucking Europe. Who won the major? SSG.
I'm still stuck here, guys. I'm still stuck here.
SSG.
Two guys need those.
One shot either.
Much longer.
Yeah, by 3.
3 kills the difference. Very quickly.
Hell yeah.
The end game now.
SSG won?
Oh,
hell yeah.
Themselves needing a bit of magic, and Formal's more than able to provide it.
2 major takeaways from that listening from
And actually, Will, the thing that I forgot, I'm going to do it right now while this game goes, because I think things are going to slow down in a second anyway.
Sure.
So there's something I need to do that involves the set of the show.
Oh,
based off of the new tournament winner, I need to replace the center jersey for the center of our show with none other than Space Station Gaming's.
This is an SSG here. Trippy gets Stellar. Eco and Bound. Isolated now. Nearing victory. Lucid gets 1. They have tower control to SSG. Formal recognizes that, immediately slams it into reverse and retreats to the cover of top
you
elevator.
need assistance.
No, I'm okay. I have a question though.
This one's so close.
This is what I was talking about earlier, that both teams are more than happy to slow it down when they need to, and the camouflage is coming up in 10, so even more incentive to just try and plan, poke, prod. Opening from dead zone though, because now with Stella falling, it's going to be 4 versus 3 on the map, and you can see Optic begin to move. They don't think about the camo, instead they're thinking about the kills here, because if you get the kills, you'll be rewarded with the camo as another kill is found, and there's the camouflage for Lucid to work with now. Not only is it a 5-kill lead, but also Lucid can do some real damage.
Phantom mode activated. He's got his slippers on, not making a sound, killing spree locked in. Eco trying to scream in pain, trying to run, but Lucid's on the hunt.
Be a full jersey.
And when he's in this form, you better run, you better hide, as he gets yet another kill before ultimately being shut down by Bound.
Even despite the camouflage going in favor of Optic though, SSG have stay close enough. They're within 3, and they do have the shock rifle. They're over at blue at the moment, and Bound probably wants to reposition to an area where he can make this shock rifle count, but being in an unpredictable area sometimes gives you unpredictable angles, and Lucid teetering towards the crosshair, and Bound's waiting. He knows he's there.
He was daring Lucid to take
FaZe's jersey is now in the new FaZe home. What's up, Mozart? Welcome back. Good to see you.
Just a pixel more.
2 minutes 45 still left, so Space
you should print out more faces for Halo Pros, and every time a new MVP is crowned, put his face up there. Ikuza, the organization should fucking do that and hand them out at events, like fucking Quadrant did. It's a free fucking idea. Are you kidding me?
With a knife.
Dookie, I agree, yeah.
Greenwald chance starts. Will it be enough to get them over the line? Both teams recognize this is a pivotal moment in the game.
I mean, it's gone on so long. Camo's going to be coming up again in 15. I'm glad we're staying with Bound because it really does feel like he's going to be the one who can make the difference. Eyes trained towards Battlex once more, and he did see Lucid, but Lucid is kind of dodging back and forth, almost trying to bait it, but now here comes Optic Gaming. It's a push out of nowhere as the camouflage is beginning to spawn, and they've been able to get 1. Can they make it 2? Bound tries to get
Tyler, if you're still here from SSG, can you send us a fucking updated jersey, please?
Optic are happy enough with that. Bound steps out.
I'm kidding, by the way. But, I mean, really, you know what I
mean? They've got the shock.
Colonel Flom, I'll answer your question in just a second, I promise.
We're down to just
and then Gert Dubia. Or Gert W. I apologize if I mispronounced your name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the After Party.
Gaming trapped towards pipes. Do SSG try and surround this one?
Seen stalemates in the past. Lockout was a scene for it all the time. Shoot the stalactites, you might shout. They're not here. They're not involved. Only 1 minute now on the clock. SSG are going to be forced to push the envelope. They're going to have to be the ones to make the play. Bound just wants to find the face, and he does.
And now SSG know. They know where the rest of Optic Gaming are, and look at this. They're beginning to close the gap. Bound can be on one side, the rest of the teammates on the other. 40 seconds, and they're beginning to push into pipes. Big kill from Trippy, though, but it's 49-49.
A one-kill game. Legend could be the difference maker. They're all tied up. It's a tie. 50-50. Unprecedented.
It's that close, you can't even split them in a Slayer, as it means we reset the whole damn thing. So close.
Oh shit, I see Sea of Stars in the chat.
To making that comeback towards the end, but it was a
hold up.
Right to the death.
Josh
to make it
Sea of
50,
Stars. Fucking Danny Phantom in the chat.
Danny Phantom. It's only a couple of times in Halo history it's happened.
All right, we can pause that. Go full cam, please, Will. I'm sorry to keep putting you on the fucking spot like this. We'll get to the reset in just a second. Danny says, Josh bit random, but I picked up Sea of Stars. And dude, Sarai's second plot twist was pretty wild. Don't spoil anything, okay? Because let's just say that I'm not that far still in the game. I have a lot of way to go. Other games took place, and I'm only one guy with a fucking 5-year-old. There's not much game time I have in the world. You know what I mean? Well, you want to hit him with the Danny? You're going to be able to find it, though. It's so fucking buried. I'm sorry. Hit him with the Danny.
Danny Phantom.
There it is. Lucid went from dropping 54 kills to getting beat 250-3. Bro probably just said, fuck this series at that point. No, Dookie, they would never say that. All jokes aside, they would never say that. Colonel Flom, what were your observations on the spawn glitch throughout the tourney? Think I only caught one instance where it might have impacted a game, which was FaZe v Optic. Colonel Flom, we literally just talked about a potential situation where it was FaZe against Shopify, which sent Shopify home. And, not to fucking toot my own horn, but I fucking called that it was going to happen or something. I don't know. So, yeah. I don't know. But in the case of the FaZe Shopify one, Shopify's coach did come out and say that it wasn't necessarily the spawn issue. It was more so that a player on their team didn't clear out a spawn the way they should have. And no, Colonel Flom, you're all good, man. You're all good. We talked about it a little earlier. You're fine. Don't worry about it. And yeah, Mozart, that was easily the fastest I think we've ever seen. So I think we got to get to the reset for the game. Will, you can hit us back to the gameplay.
About to get ready. Lucid with the big legend moment there. Not one moment.
There we go.
Full freaking
It's
replay.
margins. That's all that separate these
How are we
top
feeling about
teams.
3 Slayers in one bracket? I like them. I love Slayers. Talked about it yesterday. I'll talk about it all day, every day. I love Slayers specifically for these fucking moments. Love them.
2-2 off the rip. It's going to be a different starting strategy from Optic Gaming.
The Bosset Hound, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Did you get Nemesis as well?
I believe I did. But if I didn't, Nemesis, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Methodical style here, Schurz. 5-3 to begin things, make it 6 as Optic get a nice early break to take a little bit of control.
Rascals, I love them. I fucking love them. Colonel Flom, I'm not going to go as far to say you're a bitch if you don't like Slayer, but like I do just love it.
All over on the gold side.
I understand the pro sentiment around it about them. A lot of pros not enjoying the Slayer aspects, like the Slayer matches in games. I get it, but from a spectator standpoint, I fucking adore it.
As a result, Optic Gaming go down by 3. Trippy's able to help answer back with the damage formula just put down.
Dookie, I like a game 5 and a game 7 being Slayers. I do like it. So I'm not the right person to talk about it.
Putting it all on the line here on Championship Sunday.
Again, it's bound with the responsibility of the shock rifle, and it was a big shot that he hit in the previous game to even encourage that space station push. Had he not hit that shot, again, could have been a very different game, and these are the...
Think how cool it would be, Will, if we had shock rifle coatings.
I think we'll look back at that tie at the end
That'd
of
be cool, wouldn't it?
And reflect on it a little bit more, because it could
I think at this point we just gotta let it go.
Oh, it's never gonna happen, but I mean, I can still bitch about it.
2 minutes have gone.
We're the Halo community. We can bitch about everything, you know?
To the camouflage. And he's got the grapple to go
Thanks, Colonel. Appreciate it.
He's not going to try and play for the grapple. Instead, he's seen teammates go down, so he knew he had to do something special, but was not able to even go for it.
He tried something. Had to settle for the trade. Looks as though Formal's managed to pop that camo into his chest.
I like the 3 of them, Dookie. I do.
2 kills.
I like 3 of them.
Closes the distance on the wall.
Again, I respect people who don't.
Trade.
That's fine. It's just a preference of mine. I like 3 Slayers.
16 then.
Because you already have,
look to their controller sponsors after
in a best of 5, you already have 3 objective modes. So 2 Slayers, that's fine with me. And then in a best of 7, you have more objective modes than Slayers. That's fine with me.
As once more, it's 1919.
Hello, Zippy.
Now, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but just imagine if it did happen.
Gonna break out a shitty accent over here. Welcome back, Zippy.
Not sure, but
certainly not Halo Infinite, that much for sure. This might have been the first tie we've seen.
Need more Christmas skins? Not enough of those. Hey now.
You had that sanctuary.
Hey now.
Talking to the wrong person about that.
Yeah, I fucking love them.
Now, of course, representing FaZe.
Yeah, Bloodlust. I just want, I just wish that all weapons had coatings in the game.
Legend dies.
I think it'd be really cool to have a customized Needler and like fucking everything. Ravager, shock rifle, stalker rifle, everything.
Able to do so. Lucid though down the no shield. Stellar again.
You have a fucking customized PP. Like, think about how dope that'd be.
Call him SS
You know?
Jesus.
And you speak
But nope,
about
can't have fun shit.
Constant double kill into double kill. It's one player stepping up on one side, into on the flip side, the next player then stepping up for his team. And we're on board with Stellar at the moment, and he's the one who's been finding back-to-back kills to keep SSG in it. And now they take the lead, 28-25. He finds a little...
Let's look at the reset here. So, game 2 got tied 50-50. Been a long time since we've seen that happen, but it has happened in the past. So we have a full reset, 1st to 50 again. And guys, because we're the competitive Halo community, right? We really need to focus on stats, right? Because stats matter above everything, right, Will? That's the rule, right?
No.
Is that no? Oh, no? That's not. Wait, what? I thought that was the whole. I thought stats were everything. Because if that was, we dropped formal, right? Like. right? For those who don't get it, that was sarcasm for idiots who think that that stats are everything.
Little cheeky shock rifle to work with here too, and you know how dangerous that could be. Connects with the second, and it's a killing spree.
Ego. Jiggle peeking, has the camouflage, has got to try and stay alive, cannot do so. Dead zone with a huge kill. Perfect trade for him. Formal's gonna fall. Stellar
Dookie, you're like,
still being
I'll talk about it after this game.
We've yet to see a team really gain control.
Dookie, you're being too reactionary.
We haven't seen a lead by more than, what, 5, 6? As it just keeps staying within 3 or 4. As soon as you think one team's ahead, the other just replies with a moment of brilliance. Is now Bound trying to stay alive and will do so. Good grenades, good communication from Optic Gaming to try and find where Bound is, but he's still... Oh, he eventually falls, but Optic used every grenade they had in their pockets to take him down.
What's up, Hacky Schmidt? Welcome back.
Nothing left in those Optic pockets but IOUs if they try and pull out any more grenades. They have to try and salvage some on the map, one way or another. More trades. It's the story of this Slayer. Like you say, neither team really able to put together any significant control. Whether it be with the power weapons, the power-ups. So evenly matched.
My worry for Space Station is you look across to Optic and you look at Formal's stats at the moment. Only the 3 kills, but 7 assists. And we know that every single game Formal's in, at some point he heats up. If he does begin to heat up toward the end of this game, he could really take control for the Green Wall. SSG needs to be aware of that as the push comes through. Great.
The thing that I love also about Dan Gaskin casting this right now is that there comes a point in time where he like kind of takes a step back and is like, wait a second, could this shit happen again? And then he puts it aside, and then they tie the game later on. He's like, wait, is this gonna happen again?
Formal to start to heat up himself.
Optic down by 1. Formal with the camouflage. Bound charging forward into 2 members. He'll be made to look a little bit silly if he dies here then. Legend rotates over towards Elevator. 2 members of SSG head towards Long Hall. Space Station are split here. They're trying to get to Bound. They're trying to help him out. The smoke screen will go down. Legend falls.
Great kill by Formal there.
Formal gets the one he needs. Stellar soars forward on double stack. Also goes down. Bound continues.
The amount of damage that he literally put damage into all 4 fucking players of SSG there.
Yeah.
He kills one, basically kills a second, and then it puts the massive damage in the other 2.
It's unfortunate that Lucid fell back there because it could have been a great collapse.
Absolutely.
To watch because there's so many 2v2 fights happening on the map. But that's why you have Formal on your team and you need him to turn up. He does turn up, and Optic, they regain the lead here. 42-41.
Say it, Dan.
And SSG, they're over towards Elevator, and Optic can start to surround them, but Trippy falls.
Say the thing, Dan.
8 kills required for both teams now. And we're heading right down the same road we've already been before. We know where this leads. Back to pipes, back to a trade, and we run it back once more. Or will one of these teams, will an individual on these teams take over in these final moments?
Who knows, maybe it could be history in the arena here in Arlington, Texas for Optic Gaming, but SSG have regained that lead. They're up by 2 once more. Eco surviving in control. An aggressive push though out over at Middlebridge from Optic Gaming. They really want to get Eco out of control here. Both teams have done that well all series long, finishing off those one-shots, not allowing people to escape.
That H2A series was fucking crazy, Bloodlust.
Camo pops.
Reminds me of the good old fucking Fathom CTF days in H5.
You know they want to get it in.
They're the worst days.
Lucid. You know he can be a menace with the shock rifle. Attempts to get a couple of headshots. Dead zone elsewhere, gets a double. Eco and Bound answer back immediately. Bound comes in, tries to get the trade. Lucid gets the pick though. We're all tied up, 46 apiece.
I mean, this could happen again.
There it is.
Everyone in the arena could be saying, I was there when it was back-to-back ties between SSG and Optic.
Wait for it.
Will we see some magic from someone? 48-48. Big double, but still tied.
Lucid gets 2. Bound replies with 2. Into the final knockings then. Stellar soars forward to his death. Put to the sword. And Lucid, eyes up long haul, shock rifle in hand, just wants to see the smiling face of an
This is the moment I was telling you about, Will. He has one shot left in the shock rifle, and I was telling you how poetic it would be if he's able to get the kill off somebody from top tower.
They can't poke out. They can't show face. They do have 3 minutes to work with, to plan, to try and coordinate.
But he didn't, unfortunately.
You've got to be careful where you step out here. Whatever
look at this.
angle you face, there may be
Oh.
a shock rifle waiting for you.
Unfortunate.
Shock rifle now out of ammunition. All of SSG have completely rotated. They were cowering on glass, waiting for numbers. They all rotate in.
Akuzi, you don't need to post it. I already have it. You're good.
On Batledged, trying to get information nobody's showing right now.
Can you imagine? 49-48 still. SSG, they need 2.
So here's the shitty thing, too, because don't they all push bottom here?
As SSG are slowly but surely creeping towards
yeah. Is this the game that they all push bottom?
Gonna try and set
like
a trap here, and then
into tower, like into bottom tower here.
I do not remember off the top of my head.
Here we go.
Oh, it's top. They all push top tower basically. Yeah, it's just all 3 of them are sitting ducks.
Kill onto his replacement legend.
So there you go. 50-48. Optic take that game. Should really make a Twitter account. Zippy, it's the easiest way because the HCS is not the greatest at putting information out there. So realistically, Twitter is the easiest way to keep up with everything that's going on. Other than our show. Haha. But yeah. That's kind of besides the point. So, oh, trust me, Zippy, I completely understand. Socials are the fucking worst. They are the fucking worst. Okie dokie. I guess, let me think here. So the next game that I have here is the game 4 in the series for the winners final as well. Again, we're not grand finals just yet, but the reason why I'm calling this game out specifically is due to Optic had a completely dominating opening strat. Okay. Then we have the comeback and consistency of SSG, keeping Optic on a complete spawn rotation to get back right into the game. But then there was a trippy double kill in tower that basically solidified the map win for Optic. So without further ado, Will, boom, to the game.
SSG will desperately want to do it here and now.
Sniper rifle is going to be the big difference maker in this game. I've seen Formal destroy entire teams when he gets hold of it, so SSG needs to be aware of that. On the flip side though, Stella can do exactly the same thing. Camouflage rebound will allow them just to sneak A. Now, one thing that Space Station are very good at when it comes to strongholds is their constant manipulation of the map. Their constant rotations, keeping the other team thinking on their feet a little bit. And remember, they have Legend on their side, who was once a part of that Quadrant team.
Just Cloud, I agree completely.
For so long in
teams are only going to get better.
Legend can bring all of that information to this SSG roster.
Not only is it scary, but it's amazing as well. It's super fucking exciting more than anything.
Lucy gets 3 shots. Dead zone shields are popped. Bound to close the distance now. He's done enough damage as far as he's concerned.
Yeah, Bloodlust, they don't. They don't post brackets. But
and he was right. Dead zone falls.
We have the commands for them, so you can check them out.
To capture B while his teammates get C. But something SSG here have done here, Dan, is silence that home crowd.
And it's difficult to do. The green wall loud and proud at the very best of times, but Space Station know that they are so close to that grand final, but Dead Zone.
Down pulling to me in a match made game right there, ladies and gentlemen.
You are going to shut down Space Station here. You do have to start looking for it. You do have to try and put them on those awkward spawns. Try and put them in those situations where maybe they are split 2 and 2. Otherwise, the way SSG move around the map, they will punish you every single time if you try and just hold 2 every single time.
B not quite fully converted just yet. Stella recognized that. He tried to get across, tried to cover the distance. Eco's going to do the same thing, but he's going to also fall down. Dead Zone's quite happy just to bait this hill. Trippy's there as well, guns trained.
I don't think they do, Zippy. I think Quad sticks with the roster that they have.
And they continue to score.
Probably due to contracts. I assume that Quadrant's signed for the rest of the year. That's an assumption. It's a pure assumption. I do not know. But typically what we've seen throughout the HCS over the past couple of years is that players are typically signed to a year-long contract. If they're a top-tier talent, maybe they're booked for longer than that.
Well, we're happy to sacrifice them for now. Now you have to put this camo to work to make sure it was worth it.
Yeah, again, I'm making an assumption here. I don't know for sure.
Eco found himself in a mirrored situation, trying to get.
So again, I just wanted to call out here, the opening of this game is heavily Optic favored here. They know what they're doing what they need to be doing. They're keeping SSG out of hills. They're not able to capitalize on anything. Optic are clearly in control here. This is what we saw against FaZe earlier on in the tournament as well.
We're going to be over towards A, but Trippy doesn't get overzealous. He's not going to overcommit. That's what Space Station probably want. Instead, he reads the push. He reads the flank, but doesn't get the kill.
Surprised that wasn't a trade.
With a super lunge.
Legend somehow, some way, lunging across the continent to get that kill. Enemy halfway. It looked easy peasy. Legend made it anything but. Still using that repulsor. Still picking up kills.
This weekend was peak gaming, the best I've ever seen. SSG played out of their minds. With that being said, at least I'm not a FaZe fan. I'd have tears in my eyes going into work tomorrow. It's all a fucking video game, man.
So Space Station weren't able to get any points on the board. Yes, they're getting kills now, but look at the score, 147-14. There is a lot of work to do now for Space Station. A killing spree, though, for Legend is a great way to kick it off.
Legend throws down everything in his pockets to try and stop the big door push. Nothing was coming. They also have quantum translocation.
Stronghold Solitude's always a snowball. Potential. It's a potential snowball waiting to happen.
Formal taking a lot of damage, down to no shields. In fact, Lucid though will get eco. That's the pick they need. SSG slowly climbing in points, slowly closing that gap. That triple cap. It was locked in tight, it was locked in hard, and they got a lot of points that SSG now to battle back for.
SSG did not tap out, though, when the submission was locked in. As Legend notices that the push is happening over towards B, so he's going to be making the rotation as his teammates have fallen. But what a break that was from Optic, and they get the trade. It's a triple cap again for Optic Gaming. They look like a different side here on Stronghold on Livefire, and that is massive news for them.
Dead Zone gets a massive trade, goes back, recognizing exactly where Legend's gonna show up. Gets that trade, keeps A in.
That's the thing, Xanta, is that he didn't even start slow this year.
3 dead, excuse me,
Formal
2
was
dead.
amazing this event.
So be Seller and Legend watching Bound with the camouflage as he doubles back towards
Xanta, if you're gonna focus on that last Slayer, then I mean you do you, but he played well all weekend.
They are firmly in that driving seat that we continue to talk about.
Yeah, at the moment, we've not really seen enough from SSG to believe that a comeback is possible with how Optic have been playing it. Yeah, they've been able to get a couple of camos. They have been able to get a few killing sprees here or there. But it's been the ultimate breaks from Optic Gaming. Every single time SSG gets set up, Optic are throwing bodies towards those strongholds.
And claustrophobic, I understand the want to have closer games, but at the same time, like, even if a game is a blowout, with these two teams, and with the top 3 teams, potentially top 4 teams, you got to respect the play that they bring if it is a blowout.
1v1 with Legend. You couldn't write it any better. SSG step back inside to reconfigure.
How many years do you think Formal has left in him? As many as he wants.
They will score again. There's a huge deficit to try and eat away at here. And like you say, SSG up until this point haven't really shown enough. Haven't shown the kind of control.
Wooly, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. And
Legend might change that here as
oh god, Jibakwe. I'm sorry for mispronouncing that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Also elsewhere gets a kill.
Thoughts on FaZe this weekend? Did not play to their potential.
He did try and press for that trip cap, but shutting down Stella was very important by Optic Gaming. You don't want to get locked into that position where you're on spawn and you're just getting...
Right, but claustrophobic, why do you not believe that they were better? Like, why do you not think they were as good as the rest of the other 5? That's what I'm getting at. Because I think I know the answer to that question from you. Red Moon Druid, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Did I actually nail it? No fucking way.
Jabakwe?
Yeah, Jabakwe.
All right, cool.
Optic do
No
claim
fucking
B
way.
once more. What do SSG have? That 200-point threshold has
I feel like Optic didn't play up to what they were playing. I feel like they should have been closer. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I understand you wanted the games to be closer, but you got to respect the teams that are winning those blowout games as well.
Yeah, you get the camouflage, but Optic, they have a triple cap. They have to try and wrestle back A to Space Station, but now...
Like, just because those last two games were, like, the Strongholds was a blowout, and just because Space Station commanded control of that final game doesn't mean they were worse games than the other 5. It's your opinion, and that's fine. I respect your opinion.
I do get it from a spectator point, from some
but they lose A in the process.
Point of view that, like,
goes back to big door.
They're not as exciting to watch. You want them to be at least hotly contested. But,
sure. Like this Strongholds game versus the Solitude Strongholds game in the grand final.
Yeah,
I understand. I respect the opinion. I fully respect the opinion. I'm not trying to call claustrophobic out. Never going to try to do that.
Then for SSG, Estella again gets aggressive towards A. He did the same last time and he fell. This time he's got
Shark. Foe are a team,
and they will now lock in the trip cap of their
and
own.
they need to be picked up by an organization.
Optic, they know it can happen as well. They can't allow Space Station to gain too much control. They need to just reset
they
a
are
little
all
bit, breathe, and make sure they're
not
working
signed
together.
to contracts yet.
Correct.
You don't want to make too many individual plays, and trying to take strongholds on your own can often find you in a situation like this where the trip cap continues to breathe here for SSG.
Lucid spawns towards dummies. The rest of his teammates are now making moves on A. Eco's forced to make a decision. Where does he go? The call came to come pillars.
Blackout. Foe is not a top 4 team.
It looks like Lucid will get control of C. Dead Zone sitting top middle. As he drops down the chimney and heads back towards the
So I don't agree with that statement of them being like
that triple cap has been
the best team.
It has done the damage. But
Optic was the best team they played by far.
Space Station still have a lot of work to do.
Grey Lotus, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
They're not just kind of sitting with 2 strongholds and waiting and hoping that they can stop Optic's pushes. When they get that 1 kill, they are starting to flood. They are starting to try and find those extra
Sounds good,
kills.
Mozart. Have a great night. Hope to see you later. What's up, Mr. Epic Beast? Welcome.
As this begins to get a little bit scary for Optic Gaming. Not only that, but the camouflage is also spawning to throw an extra spanner in the works.
It's getting scary. The crowd getting leery as they start the Let's Go Optic chance.
Scary Larry.
We've seen it before. Will we see it again? Formal gets one on the belt.
Blackout, you fucking shitter.
2 players of Optic
I see you.
shields now, thanks to Eco, but Lucid's behind.
Foe is not in that 4th through 8th rank.
Look towards the camouflage.
They are not a 4th place. They're not a top 4 team.
Space Station is still scoring. Now the fight turns towards C.
Not yet.
Lucid, if he can hit a body shot, would be massive. C currently being taken by Optic Gaming. This is a big fight, and it's won by Dead Zone against Legend. Optic regain control, but SSG are still fighting with every ounce that they can.
Dookie, you need to relax, dude. If you think Optic was gassed, are you fucking serious?
Formal calls out the players.
Oh my god, you need to relax.
But it's going this way and that, and Optic Gaming continue to hold the setup. We've got members inside B. Trippy has got to play this one perfectly, and does. Optic Gaming pushes to a game 5.
We can go cam again, because I'm going to switch over the thing. So yeah, crazy fucking Strongholds game that took place there. That was a very, very close game. What started out, again, as Optic fucking pure dominance throughout, to the point where you're like, okay, are SSG Gaming going to have an opportunity to do something here? And then SSG are able to capitalize on some situations, and yeah, they're able to capitalize. They're able to bring things back. But those kills that Trippy got at Tower, that happened kind of off screen because we didn't get to see his POV of it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But those kills that Trippy got were pivotal in ensuring that SSG were not going to be able to score or continue to score. Optic take the lead once again. They win the game. Who won the tournament? No, it was not Optic Wooly. It was SSG. Space Station Gaming. They won it in a Game 7 in the grand finals. And yeah, fucking shout out to Legend. Bound won his first major. SSG as an organization won their first major. Legend made EU Halo history. Just phenomenal. we're not going to play it, but the game 5 was Slayer on Solitude. The only thing that I want to call out here is that SSG did have a lead of like 10 throughout the game.
Yeah.
And then Optic, they took away the massive deficit, but SSG did what they needed to do to close out the game 50-49 and the series 3-2. Dead Zone, I should have gotten it because I thought it was fucking hilarious. Dead Zone had camo, and you know one of the light posts, like in like the bottom area of the map, kind of towards like garbage truck?
Yeah.
He was standing right behind it, one shot with camo. And I'm just like, how is nobody killing this guy? This is crazy. Like, Legend, I think, is sitting on top of truck when it happens as well. So, like, he could have, if he would have seen him, he could have clearly gotten him. But Penguin's just like, you can't see me. And he's just fucking standing right behind the light post. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Oh, my God. Yes, Claustrophobic. It was not a major last year. It was a global invitational. This was their first major win. Good luck to you, Colonel. Good luck to you. I feel you on the cold night. Here in Minnesota, it's not very fun either. Do you think Trippy should have stayed alive by truck at the end of that game? He just charged one shot. I would need to go back and look at it to give you my full opinion on it. Hindsight's 20/20. It is what it is. So I'll just leave it at that for now. I appreciate the question. I apologize. I don't have a better answer for you. Dookie says this league needs a solid 4th top team. I'd say Sentinels, but they're way too wishy-washy. I think Sentinels had proved mid to late last year that they are there, and then Shopify, as of this event, are proving that they can be there. The way I look at the 4th place team right now, obviously Shopify have that award as of right now based off of this tournament. I'm still putting Sentinels in that conversation, and I'm in a fringe team, like right there, right on the edge. I'm putting Complexity as well. Those are the 3 that I'm like, depending upon the bracket that you have, the matchup that you have, you could get that 4th place spot. So that's the way I look at that. What's up, Ashley and Riz?
Hello.
Welcome. I thought Optic was going to run away with it today, and that was not the case. Ridicule, thank you for coming in here and owning up to your incorrect statement. Because guess what? Cool. Our predictions are always wrong, too. That's kind of the butt of the joke. So don't worry about it. It's okay. As long as you weren't being an asshole, you're okay.
It's strange to me how these different teams match up.
Yeah.
Because Optic was dominant against FaZe, but couldn't be dominant against SSG. Now, and then I'm like, well, what if FaZe went up against SSG? How would that have looked? We don't know.
We did not see that at this event. We did not see FaZe play SSG. And again, I will say it one more time. Steezy, you said everyone thought Optic Gaming was going to win after beating FaZe. That's the thing, is that people are just so attached to the moment and not looking at it, like not analyzing it for what it is. Did Optic play very well in that FaZe series? Yes, absolutely. They played well in both. We'll talk about the other one in a little bit. But FaZe, in my opinion, did not play to their standard. Snakebite literally said after beating Shopify, they did not play to their standard. I'm guaranteed if you ask any of them right now, they will tell you that they did not play to their standard. That's not to take away anything of the other teams that they played and that beat them. Never going to take that away. But again, people are so prisoners of the moment. That's the phrase I'm looking for. That they don't take a step back and look at the situation. Did I predict that FaZe would win the tournament? Yes, I did. I own it. I was completely wrong. I was wrong about a lot of predictions that happened. But regardless, when you watch the games being played, you can tell something is off. SSG, Optic, they played phenomenally all weekend long. All weekend long. FaZe didn't play well. There were a lot of moments of their gameplay that I'm watching and I'm like, what is going on right now? And then same with Sentinels. But we know that Spartan is clearly going through something, and hopefully that gets taken care of and he's back on 100% for the next one. Because, yes, Sentinels got top 16, but does that to me indicate that they're a top 16 team now? No. They don't have that track record. Fuck no. People are so prisoner of the moment that they don't just take a step back and look at the entire situation. Like they'll watch one series, a singular series, and be like, that team's shit. Or that team's the greatest team in the world. That's not the case. It's not the case at all. Akuza, one LAN does not determine everything. Exactly. This LAN is our baseline. I said at the beginning of the after show, I'll say it again. This LAN was our baseline. All teams should, as long as they put the practice in and they stick together, they work together, every team should get better. Okay? And if you go back and you look at last year, now granted, I understand SSG and Optic made a change for both their teams. I understand that. Okay? But if you go back and you look at the top 3 teams last year, SSG, Optic, FaZe, in any order you want, I don't fucking care, you can see how well or how badly each of them matched up with one another throughout the year. There were consistencies there. So please don't be a prisoner of the fucking moment. Please take a step back and assess the situation as a whole. Because just because a team beats another team in one instance doesn't mean that that's going to be the way it is for the rest of the year. Plain and simple. Landberg, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. And Natasha Archer, thank you as well for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Tetrafy, their matchups are like rock, paper, scissors. It's literally exactly it. Last year's were. This year, 2 of those top 3 teams made changes. And it definitely looks like it was for the better. You're rooting for SSG? A lot of people were. And shout out to them. Abso-fucking-lutely. Shout out to them. They earned that shit. Oh my God. They earned the fuck out of that win. Corrality says Optic is more aggressive. They feel more aggressive after picking up Dead Zone, for sure. For sure. And see, that's the beautiful part. Okay. Let me get back to a point I was going to try to make earlier that I want to make right now that I'm reminded of it. Josh, why don't you put Foe in top 4? Why don't you put Foe in top 4 contention? Why don't you put other teams on that fringe area? Why don't you put other teams in that top 4 conversation? Let me explain. It'll be easy. SSG, Optic, FaZe. In any order you want. In any order you want. The beautiful part about what those 3 teams are able to do so well and so consistently is that they can speed up when they need to and they can slow down when they need to. Foe, watching them play, not just looking at the series score or looking at the statistics, watching them play, they felt too frantic at times. They felt like they were overly aggressive at times. They weren't holding setups for very long. If you're going to be a top 4 team in this league, you need to have cadence to your play. You need to be able to adjust and adapt throughout a game, throughout a series, whatever it may be. And that's why our top 3 teams are so good at being able to do just that. So again, that's why I personally do not put Foe at this time in the top 4 conversation. Not just because they placed top 6 at Arlington, but because I watch what they're doing. And it was the same issue I had with Navi last year. They kept getting better and better and better. It's the same issue I had with Native Gaming Red last year. They were always a top 6 team. Why could they never break? And yes, I fucking get they got 3rd at fucking Worlds one year. But that's besides the point. The bracket favored them. And if you don't trust me, just go look it up. But why were Native Gaming Red always a top 6 team and could never truly push themselves into that top 4 conversation consistently? Because they weren't able to adapt as much as the other teams were. I'm all for teams being aggressive and having a specific play style that they cater to. That's all fine and dandy. But if you can't adapt, other teams are going to figure you out so fucking quickly. It's going to be like, you'll beat the teams that you should beat, sure, but you're not going to beat the teams that really put you up in a better place. It is what it is. That's why I'm excited that all these teams are going to get better throughout the year. Because maybe there can be a conversation had that foe is in the top 4 conversation later in the year. But I need to see a lot more from them in order to make that claim. And as of right now, based off of what I see with my fucking eyes, that's not the case right now. Woodham's great. Woodham's phenomenal. That team is a good team. They're just not a top 4 team in my eyes right now. They have a lot to fix. Kuzbot, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. What other games are we breaking down tonight? We got a couple. Were you surprised FaZe losing 0-6 to Optic? I thought Optic mental would have chalked after that 49-50 loss. Okay, that's another thing that we should talk about briefly. Their mental's not going to be chalked because of that. We're talking about the best players in the world. If you can't regain, you don't deserve to be there. And I know Optic lost to Space Station in the grand final. But these are the 3 best teams in the world. Okay? They're still the 3 best teams in the world. Momentum can be a big thing, sure, but their mental's not going to be chalked. Like, if all 3 of these teams have now won major events and world championships, not SSG in that regard, but the other 2, yes. You got it. They have the ability to keep their shit in check. Okay? And then, was I surprised? I was surprised a little bit with the first series that they played against Optic where they lost 0-3 in a very dominant fashion by Optic. Shout out to them for that. And that was where that... So when you go back and you look at that, I was talking to Will, and I said it as well. That was FaZe's first test. That was technically Optic's first test as well, in my opinion. Because that match was going to be inevitable. It happened. There you go. Optic came out swinging. FaZe, I believe, just did not play a good tournament. It is what it is, even though they got top 3. I still don't think they played to their caliber. The second best of 5 that went 3-0 was much closer. And this is another instance of where don't just look at the series and be like, oh, Optic swept them. No, go watch it. They were a lot closer games. But FaZe made so many more mistakes throughout those games, which cost them from winning. No, it's not do or die, Steezy, and I fucking hate that. I hate that people think that. Fenza, if I mispronounce that, I apologize. And Abel, I'm just going to say Abel. Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome to the after party. Commentator today states that Lucid told Formal that they were good after losing the winners final to SSG. They kept their mental in check and then 3-0'd FaZe right after that. That's the thing, is that these players are so good that they're able to keep their shit. Okay. Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, Will's going to take off for the rest of the night. Everybody wish Will a good night.
Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Much appreciated. Josh is going to continue after party.
To the best of my ability.
You got this.
I don't know about that.
So.
Everybody's going to be mean to me. You were my bodyguard, Will. I don't have nobody to shield me.
Oh, yeah.
If you need anything from me, let me know.
Yeah, I'll text you. I'll text you so you can have more info. But
okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Just let me know. Okay. Let's just get rid of that shitter right now. Duke, you can go fuck yourself. My God. He's just being a shit. Minty Fresh, yo, much love from Australia. Just finished watching and just now went to start listening to your Arlington preview. And lo and behold, I get to hear your voices some more after hearing about the after party. Let's go. Hey, thank you so much for being here from Australia. Just Cloud, it doesn't matter. Let's move on. How about that? Good idea, right? Beast, like I said, he can't save me anymore. He can't be my bodyguard. It's all good, Cloud. Just want to get away from the situation. You know what I mean? As an SSG fan, I'm hyped for the rest of the season. As a competitive Halo fan, I am hyped for the rest of the season. You can leave it, Will. Okay. You can leave it. You're good. You're good. You go. Keep me updated. And if you need anything from me, let me know. Bye. As a Halo fan, I'm glad they're playing Halo. I agree. I'm glad they're playing Halo 2. I got to steal the stream deck now. Wait, guys, you know what this means? Oh, I control the buttons. Oh, man, I control the buttons. Hey, guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, shit, yeah, dude. Feels good to control the buttons again. Was the Winners Final and Grand Final not the best series you've ever watched? They are definitely up there, Minty. They are absolutely up there. I said it last year and I'll say it again. Like last year, every event just continued to get better and better and better as the year went on, which was unbelievable, right? And then this year with the meta change and whatnot, it's just the competition has never been more close. And it feels so fucking good that any given series, any given Sunday, if one team just comes out a little more hot, oh man, amazing things can happen. Amazing things can happen. Do you think this is the last season of the HCS? No. But I did have a hot take, quote unquote hot take in the last show where I think it's the last Worlds we get. I think 2024 Worlds is the last Worlds we get. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. And yeah, Pharaoh, viewership was awesome. The amount of watch parties that were taking place is fucking great. Love it. Absolutely love it. Do you think the Bandits made that much of a difference? Positive difference, at least? I do. Because to me, like from the outside looking in, you know, a lot of pros wanted it. So it sounds like the pros were happier. And I just think that's going to lead to more fierce competition. So yeah, I'd say so. I'd say it made for a positive difference. Do I love the BR? Absolutely. I'm a diehard for it. I'm nostalgic for it. It is what it is. But no, I love the BR. But no, I'm happy that the Bandit has taken form. I'm happy that the Bandit is viable. A lot of my reservations about the Bandit were put to rest when we finally saw it in competitive play. It's like I'll own up to my shit. Like I'll own up to my mistakes. I was really worried. I was worried that if you're not going to be able to have fights like at longer ranges, and that was proved, like that point was proved moot once we actually got to see it being played. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Do I wish the time to kill was longer? Not necessarily. From what I saw, there was over 100,000 people watching Halo during the grand finals. That's fucking awesome, Manic. That is genuinely fucking awesome. And Just Cloud, no, we don't have insider info. John, can you just DM it for me? Like DM it to me if you're trying to send a link. Please. Do we know what happened to Sentinels? We have talked about it a while, but Spartan, based off of tweets that he's put out recently, and based off of what was said at the event, it sounds like he's going through a health situation right now. And I believe he said he's going to go make an appointment with a doctor to see what's going on. He clearly was not at 100%, and hopefully he gets everything taken care of, and he's able to compete at 100% again. Because 100% Sentinels is a scary team to watch out for. So hopefully we get a new game trailer this year. Keep wishing. Oh, you can do either or, John. It's up to you. It is up to you. So chat, for everybody that's tuning into the after party, welcome. Hope everyone's having a great night. Will did need to take off the rest of the night. So shout outs to Will for hanging here with me. We fucking adore Will. He was great, as always. And all I'm going to ask is that everybody please remain respectful, keep conversation civil, because if you don't, you can get the fuck out. Literally simple as that. I don't have time for it. You'll settle for a Gears trailer? That'd be pretty sick. We have to talk about Halo, though. We have some, we got to watch and talk about some Halo, guys. That's what we're here to do. The tournament took place. We got some shit to talk about. Okay? So, here we go. The losers final. Optic eliminated FaZe 3-0. Game 3 was capture the flag on Forbidden. Remember when I said a little earlier that I don't believe FaZe played to their potential? I don't believe FaZe played to what they should have been, what we know that they can be. Okay? Therefore, I want to highlight one of the reasons why I think that. And that is capture the flag on Forbidden. Now I need to fucking remember what buttons to press.
2 points. You can control the spawns and then run the flag over towards that snipe hut / sewer side.
Royal 2, he's making his way to snipe. You already know that. Several members of FaZe choosing to push towards the snipe. No one quite going for the
Fig, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Like Optic are in a better position at this time, unless Royal 2 has something to say about it.
Yeah, Royal 2 not taking his eyes off of that until he knows.
Real quick about the spawns thing. Snakebite did say that. Yes, we already talked about it earlier. In regards to that series, that Game 5 Slayer, where Snakebite spawned PD, I'm of the mindset of where both things can be correct here. Where maybe a spawn was fucked, but at the same time, Best Man, Shopify's coach, the team that lost, Best Man said that Billy, who is mental on Shopify, did not clear out PD fully. And so when he went tire gen and he didn't clear out PD fully, that's when Snakebite spawned there. So maybe it was a spawn being fucked, but maybe it was also the case of, hey, your coach even called it out as this maybe wasn't necessarily a spawn issue. This was a we didn't do what we were supposed to do issue. Okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Make sure that we have all the information first before we're coming out and saying like, oh, it's this. We cannot say that was the problem, okay, unless we have all the information. So there you go. Absolutely aloof. No problem at all. Back to the game.
One of his teammates has it in their hands. Realizing that still nobody's over at that snipe hut. There he spots the player. Trippy trying to go for that OS.
And yes, Ikuz, I agree with you. FaZe probably could have, but FaZe didn't. I don't believe they played to their strength. So it is what it is. Congratulations to Optic for winning the series.
And this can be a little dangerous because when snipers coming
but there are, I'm sorry for pausing all the time. There are a very specific couple of instances where, now again, I'm not a pro player, okay? Never consider myself an expert in that regard or anything like that. We just analyze what we see, right? We're here to talk about the competitive scene. We analyze what we see. We're here to have a good time. There you go. There are a couple instances in this game where Ridicule says exactly what I was thinking. There were multiple instances of where they tried, in my opinion, they were just trying to overslay instead of running the flag. And Wonderboy, I got to give a massive shout out to Wonderboy. I will get the tweet up as well on the screen to show it. But, wait, no, not Wonderboy, Callus. Shout out to Callus, Coach Callus. I will get his tweet up on the screen in a little bit. But he talks about how in this game, every flag run went a very specific route. Every flag run went a very specific route. When it didn't have to be that way. So when we get to these moments, I'll call them out. You guys watch. You can obviously formulate your own opinion. That's the beauty of it. But there were instances where if I were in their shoes, I would, and I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm like, why didn't we run that? We had 3 down by way of Optic. Why, if I'm FaZe, am I not running the flag and still trying to focus on getting spawns? Okay.
To your flag, Royal 2.
And we'll get to that. It'll happen.
Renegade does pick up a big kill there on the dead zone. This overshield continuing as time goes on to dwindle. A body shot from Lucid onto Royal 2 isn't good enough to acquire the kill, but it does suppress him back. Snakebite is going to look to be aggressive here. Multiple members of FaZe overextend towards Optic Gaming side of top middle. That has allowed them to get all of this pressure on Lucid. Lucid needs to hit the shot. The body shot hits, but the stick is great. The flag is on the move, and the overextension from Renegade may give FaZe an early lead.
See, you look at this and you're like, okay, FaZe look to have woken up a little bit. You like to see this. Maybe we'll have a little bit of a fight in this series, even though both the first 2 games were very close.
Objective efficiency, you know I love to see that.
What an unbelievable
like FaZe actually get off to a hot start. We haven't really seen that throughout the entire tournament. So this is good to see.
We'll see if Optic are able to use this map control. FaZe had to give up to cap that flag in order to get some flags.
Lil Wales, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Still staying alive in his hut is a massive job by him to be a presence on the map right now, because Optic would have surely pushed.
And look at this difference. You saw how during that unsuspecting neutral scenario, FaZe were able to just get 1 round of slays, get the flagpole, and cap it without much resistance. Whereas
I fucking love tacos, dude.
3 members of FaZe down.
I literally had carne asada tacos today for lunch.
Instead, they're still giving up deaths. They're still trying to fight for their lives over here. And this overshield's just getting picked apart.
At a local Mexican joint. They're delicious. Absolutely delicious. A little spicy, but I like the spice. The spice is nice.
All the members of FaZe decided to focus on to him.
And no, I'm not talking about Dune, although Dune Part 1 and Part 2 are fucking amazing.
Plenty of time on the clock right now, but you got to feel
the spice is nice.
Than any time in the series so far.
Thanks for the stream. Thought I missed the drops. You did not miss the drops, Wales. You're fucking here. Enjoy earning them. Thank you for being here.
The times where I've seen him just flying across the map.
Chorizo, cilantro, onion, and lime. Maybe some cojita cheese.
Very complimentary here.
Mine was carne asada, cilantro, onion, and lime. And a pico de gallo. Well, pico de gallo.
But he's not going to be able to stop.
It was delicious.
Optic are going to get this flag cap. FaZe Clan coming off respawn.
So Optic respond in tow.
There is going to be some damage on the formal, however. Renegade trying to.
But I love how Renegade would peek that out perfectly. But either way, like Optic obviously get the flag cap, but I love how Renegade played that and peeked that out perfectly. It was beautiful.
In time for Optic. Can FaZe get the kills?
But now we get into some of the fucky shit.
They have a lot of damage, and they're pushing this towards sewer. This is the preferred route for most of these teams. Royal 2 running all the way down, and that is dangerous there for Optic. I love this spot here from Royal 2. Taking his time, getting his shields back, let his teammate on the bridge, just lay down shots. And just as soon as Optic were feeling comfortable, they're going to lose that lead. No longer are they tied. Instead, we're going to see Royal.
Okay. Issue 1. In my opinion, and again, I'm not a pro player. I may be overanalyzing here, but like, why not just even try to get the flag a little bit closer to the platform instead of leaving it right there? Like, I know that you're anticipating that you're going to be shot off cross. I fully understand that. Hence why you're looking where the crosses are, because you probably expect that if you're running straight for the platform, you're probably going to die. But why didn't you try to do something there? And yeah, like you guys said, why not G-slide off the ledge there? Like, why not, just fucking, go for it. So this was like, I don't really like that play.
Royal 2 and FaZe put this one in, but...
No. Look at this. Look at this. Respawners from FaZe will be there to help Royal 2, but Overshield on its way up, and Royal 2 needs to find a kill. He can't quite.
And now, if you look at the kill feed...
Optic now will swarm the FaZe base and try to get this return.
And look at this. This fight is going to be so crucial here for Renegade and FaZe. If they can clear out their hut, they don't have to be as worried about the flag. Even though Formal and Dead Zone still on their flag, not as big of a threat in those positions. And look at this. Overshield getting deleted. Dead Zone taken down. And that flag is stopped.
They just get the return. Snakebite also did this against Shopify and CTF. He turned around to take a gunfight instead of running flag. So Ikuza, in that regard, I do know the play you're talking about. And I had the exact same reaction when I first watched it. But again, reactionary, right? When I took a step back and I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? On the one hand, if you keep running it, you're going to be shot in the back, you're going to be killed, but at least the flag would be closer. On the other hand, what he did do was drops it, turns around, goes for the fight. Maybe he's I'm speaking hypotheticals here. Maybe he's hoping that he would have the opportunity winning that gunfight, able to grab the flag again. Maybe his team's in a better position. So on. There's moving pieces, right? Like just because we look at it and be like, why the fuck didn't you just keep running it? Yeah. I understand, Ikuza. I completely get that. So yeah. So this moment specifically, though, I was very surprised that while I understand when he dropped the flag and he jumped up on the platform and he was looking at the crosses, he's like, I'm probably going to be killed here if I run this flag, if I try to run this flag. So instead, what he does is he drops the flag, hops up. He's going to play his life, for lack of a better phrase, better, and try not to die. And instead of running that flag, use his life in a better way to maybe get a slay because he knows that Optic are going to be pushing in. So again, I understand. It's just when I look at that, I'm like, man, that flag is in such a poor spot now for his team to try to maybe do something.
Turn comes through from Optic,
and yes, Ridicule, we will get to that one. That's my biggest one as well.
This at a 1-to-1 game.
And again, they obviously have reasonings as to why they do things. Otherwise, they wouldn't do them. But it's just when I look at it as a spectator, I'm like, why did we decide to do that instead of like, it looked to me as you had perfect opportunity to run instead of trying to slay.
Race against a sniper on the bridge.
Yeah, he wanted to get a kill, couldn't get a kill, and because of that, that just gave Optic the numbers and the overshield control that they used in order to get that return. 1-to-1 now, the pressure continuing to build on the backs of FaZe as they are down 0-2 in this series. Every single spawn is going to matter from here on out. Great damage from the battle rifle here. You love to see the utility of some of the other weapons on the map be used. The battle rifle key to some of the long-range combat advantages you can have over the bandit.
Yep, just using that crossfire and doing such a great job.
You get caught in the crossfire.
Number one focus right here is holding this hut. You see this.
Yeah, Ridicule. That's the thing is that I don't necessarily want to be that armchair quarterback or fucking backseat GM, whatever you want to call it. Again, we're just observing what we saw, right? And from the outside looking in, when you look at the play that's going to come up later, where you're right, where it looks like Royal 2 should have had plenty of opportunity to run the flag, or whoever it was had plenty of opportunity to run the flag, they probably have a reason as to why they didn't, right? So we'll get to that.
I expect them to charge on in, and here comes the push. Formal getting the first kill on
Pharaoh, I don't agree with that statement.
Still somewhere around here. They want to secure this hut before they run that flag. In fact, they're going to do both at the same time. That's 3 down. Renegade, the only one.
Aloof, we don't necessarily do that, though, a lot of the time. We're doing that because we're talking about the game as we're watching it.
Suppressing the rest of FaZe. Trippy through the tunnel is going to.
We don't necessarily do this in our show. You know what I mean?
This one, nobody on FaZe is going to say anything about this cap, and Trippy gives Optic the lead in game 3.
And what a time to do it. You get to go back
probably
and
Aloof.
Play defense with your sniper.
Probably.
Frosty hitting the fadeaway.
4 dead.
And now FaZe have a chance to answer. Royal 2 going all the way over to block. That's one. Snakebite going to get the pull. Going to get started, but he's going to meet some resistance. How does he decide to play this one? It looks like he decides to go for the kills.
Yep, this one makes sense. Go for the kills. All 4 are alive.
2-on-2 now. Optic versus FaZe right now. The flag is out, but nobody on FaZe there to get a pull, I believe. You do see.
So here's an instance, right? Analyzing again. Here's an instance where Will and I were talking about this earlier as well. So bringing his viewpoint into this too. We were talking about this exact scenario where they had briefly 2 dead by way of Optic. Frosty cleans up a 3rd. Obviously, you have spawners spawning in the back of the base. That's fine. But why not have Frosty push a little bit further in? Granted, he has sniper. Maybe he doesn't want to lose that. But just like trying to increase the pressure on Optic, knowing that Optic have been pressuring the fuck out of you all tournament so far.
Renegade trying to get a touch. Frosty still with the snipe, so far back on the map, not able to help Renegade in this situation.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you, Clutch, for literally explaining it. Is that if I were like, I would have liked him to push up a little bit further. He had that kill. He had that third kill already. Yes, you had the spawners coming up, but to apply that added pressure to keep them even further into their base and not push out when you look like you're just backing out further into yours.
The flag, but he's going to opt to slate. Frosty looking for overextenders from Optic. He knows that Optic are spawning in the back of their base.
Yeah, he would have already heard the call out that there's this many players over at a certain position, so he knows there has to be a flanker coming out from somewhere. Flag slowly moving.
Oh, this is where Trippy does get the flank in because he just didn't notice. Yep.
And somehow Trippy gets the flank.
So if we watch, I want to back this up a minute. So we see Trippy at the bottom right.
There has to be a flanker coming out from somewhere. Flag slowly moving, but you got to wonder, did Frosty put himself completely out?
And he just comes up and fucking gets right behind him.
Gets the flank. The long
so unfortunate.
Gets the backsmack on the sniper.
So unfortunate.
Trippy got through the timing window that Frosty missed. You saw the icon of Trippy going below, and Trippy takes the long Frank, gets the assassination onto Frosty.
Yep, Clutch, the wrong Frank.
Expecting that. He's so far
they took the wrong Frank.
There's only like a split second I wasn't looking down there. There's no chance
someone
could have slipped by. But that perfect timing from Trippy, and Trippy going the long route all the way around to take out that sniper.
Cloud, I don't know. That's the thing, right? That's the good question. That's a good question to ask.
Trippy, but he gets focused.
They do these things for a reason.
Traded out by Optic Formal. Renegade trying to be sneaky up the tunnel. Once again, taken down by Optic Formal. A big couple of kills will allow Optic to breathe a little bit better in their base.
Feels like a couple individual pushes there, whereas when we're seeing Optic push in towards a hut.
Aloof, I think you'd have a lot of mind the gaps on this map if there was a repulse.
Whereas it feels like a couple individual efforts there.
And think about how good, like obviously all these pros are good with equipment. That's kind of obvious. But like think about how good Lucid is with a repulsor. You know what I mean? Just like keep that in the back of your mind. Now think if that was on this map. If I were any team at all, I would be terrified. I would be fucking terrified if I had to play against Lucid on this map with a repulsor. I would be terrified.
Fight fall on his own. You saw Renegade trying to push up through that sewer.
He fall once the map, once a game anyway. I feel that. I feel that.
From FaZe, as we've been seeing successfully from Optic.
As time builds, the pressure builds. FaZe starting to feel it more and more.
You could just repulse the flag off. That's a good point too, Master Chiefer. That's a good point too.
2-1 lead for Optic Gaming, and FaZe need to figure out a way to be a little bit more cohesive as this game.
Or maybe like you could make some fucking crazy repulse flag plays.
Time is the name of the game here. Optic
in general.
To be perfectly fine. Just
like that'd be kind of cool to see. But everything else around it, no thank you.
Look at this already. 2 members of Optic staying over at the snipe.
Oh, absolutely, Aloof.
A little bit early, but gets the kill on Lucid. He has early aggressive pressure on this hut. Royal 2 coming in for help as well. All dead. The kills, that's all dead. This could be a pull. We know where this flag's going to go. Bring it over towards Renegade.
Can you suppress the respawners of Optic long enough for Snakebite to move this flag? 5 shots will suppress Lucid back to the death cam. Renegade wasting snipe ammo, that flag on the move. And this is going to be a cap from FaZe Clan. Nobody from Optic choosing to overextend up the ramp. And because of it, Snakebite has the go.
Good flag run. Good flag run by FaZe. I loved the idea of throwing the sniper off the map, making sure that Optic would never have a use for it. I like the play.
FaZe will tie this game 3 up.
Not just only tie this game up, but keep in mind, Renegade threw off the sniper there from Optic side. So FaZe should have a sniper of their own. Despite that, though, Frosty, Royal 2, both falling. Lucid grabbing this flag, moving it down.
Great fucking nade.
So weak,
that was a great nade.
That's one of the major parts. Snakebite somehow gets over there. Does Formal run this, or does Formal go for the slays? He has the only
Formal's going to go for the slays.
Frosty needs to get an angle. He's on the plat. He is the one shooting Formal currently. Formal forced into a difficult situation here. A lot of pressure on the kid. He gets taken down. The snipe out of his hands. The flag, that one's dead. There's still 2 members down for FaZe.
Just Cloud says, I've never seen FaZe be that worried about a snipe. Have you watched a lot of Halo 5? Like, I'm not trying to be snarky. I'm genuinely asking. Because if you watch a lot of H5 back in the day, a lot of these players existed and competed at the top in that game. For those who don't know, they did that a lot. They did that a lot. Wasted shots, threw snipes off map, you never wanted to give your opponent an advantage. You always want to do everything in your power to mitigate them having an advantage. And if you're able to get their snipe away from them, obviously you want to use it. But like if you don't have the opportunity to use it, then get it off the fucking map because then they can't.
He's making 3, and Trippy smells blood in the water. He's pushing up the tunnel, blocking these spawns, but he has his eyes on the flag.
Yes, blocking the spawns. Can't even
Ikuza,
he's running right.
That is a good point. Obviously, we'd want him to play his life better than that, but it is what it is.
Also, doesn't even know where other players could potentially spawn. This is such an unorthodox run. They're trying to slay and run the flag at the same time. Kind of reminds me of that saying, building and flying the plane at the same time.
Lucid gets taken down. He had the overshield. That overshield gets deleted, but 3 members of FaZe are still coming off respawn. Trippy, with that flag in hand, has a snipe in his back pocket, but he's going to opt to run this flag. Gets it across to the pistol. It's over halfway. Trippy trying to take it down.
He's already halfway there. That looked like a headshot. Wasn't a headshot.
The touch, but falls into the courtyard. Knocked to no shield. Trippy can no longer run this flag.
Trippy has to stay in slay. Somehow Renegade knows
it's unfortunate for Trippy.
That's 2 members down, and FaZe know they cannot.
Yep. Really unfortunate for Trippy there that he dropped down like that, but is what it is.
You got to wonder, that slightly missed shot, that could have turned into a complete different scenario. Now flag being pulled out for FaZe.
Oh my.
What a shift of momentum this goes through. Lucid trying to buy all his time. They have 2 members there from FaZe.
This moment. This is one of the moments where armchair quarterbacking here. This is one of the moments. You have a fresh 3 dead. Well, not necessarily fresh, but you have 3 dead in this scenario.
Trying to stop Lucid and pick him off. They finally.
You know where the other player is. You see where the flag is. You have teammates, I believe, that are going to be watching over you.
Get the kill, but who goes to the flagpole? Where is this push going to come from Optic?
2 members of Optic trying to defend this flagpole. There's a player right behind the flag. Snakebite able to trade with that player. It's 1 member that was still remaining, making it formal, trying to defend this flag, playing in a cheeky spot, but they know he's there. The pings come true. The assist from Royal 2 will give Renegade the kill. That flag still shortly returning. Royal 2 trying to decide, can he go for a push? Does he have the window? Multiple members of Optic coming off respawn will take him down and hop the return.
Looks like we're just going to go straight to an OT. I mean, there's a small chance that if Optic wants.
So just watching that back again, yes, obviously that felt like Superman felt like that moment was crucial, right? Obviously. And in hindsight, you look at that and you're like, man, it looked like he could have clearly fucking run that flag. They had 3 dead for a very short amount of time. Okay. So like when I see 3 dead, I'm like, fucking go. The spawners, they weren't in the best position to make it so you could run that flag easily. So maybe that was their mentality, is that they still want to make sure they get at least another 2-3 dead before they fully commit to this, fully commit to the run. Either way, Optic get the return.
Want to overextend and try to get an OT pull here.
They did for a little bit, Cloud, but maybe not long enough that they needed it for. Because if we, like, it looked very... Let's go back. Fuck it, right? Here we go.
Trying to buy all his time. They have 2 members there.
3 dead, very briefly. Okay, 3 dead, very briefly. And you know where dead zone is.
From FaZe, trying to stop Lucid and pick him off. They finally get the kill.
And then your spawners are right there, right? To the point where, again, I agree that I wanted them to run the flag here. They had 3 dead briefly. You already knew where dead zone was. I would have just grabbed it and started running. That's what I would have done personally. And yes, Daddy, thank you for bringing that into the conversation. I think it also depended on where the other players spawned up, because they only had 3 dead briefly, very briefly. And yes, you do know where dead zone is. But you need to be paying attention where the other players are spawning as well, because that brief 3 dead is not a 5 to 10 second 3 dead. You know what I mean? So once those players come up, they can really fuck with you. So there you go. There you go. How do you like Forbidden in these high-level matches? I thought it's played out well. I love it. Veggies. And that's another thing that I will sit here and own that I was wrong about. I'll fully own that I was wrong about this. I had my reservations about Forbidden. I thought the sightlines were going to be too long. I didn't think it was going to play well. But then I watched it being played, and I'm like, you know what? This looks like it plays well. The players are enjoying it. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. But then you see Renegade move up map, and he's with Royal too, so why couldn't they cover each other?
But
so here's the thing.
Who goes to this flagpole? Where is this push going to come from Optic?
Yes, they move up, but nobody's grabbing it. Snakebite grabs it for a brief second, sure. He gets traded out. That's dead. And now you have the spawners already up. Like, this is split-second decisions here, right? These are split-second decisions. We can slow down and speed up and pause and whatnot, but these are split-second decisions in the moment of the game. To the point where Snakebite, he gets traded out. That flag is not able to move anymore. Renegade's already back here. The spawners are already up. You need to slay again. Once you get the slays, you can make a move.
Still remaining, making it formal, trying to defend this flag, playing in a cheeky spot, but they know he's there. The pings come true. The assist from Royal 2 will give Renegade the kill. That flag still shortly.
And if you see here, you see Trippy up there. I believe that's Dead Zone.
Royal 2 trying to decide, can he go
that's
for a push?
Lucid.
Does he have the window?
And they have line of sight on the flag again.
Multiple members of Optic coming off respawn will take him down.
So again, they need at that point in time they need to get more slays to do something. At that point in time.
To try to get an OT pull here, but
so now we go in overtime.
Minutes find themselves in the grand finals dead zone, looking to be very aggressive here, an untraditional route.
And Daddy, I don't disagree with you. I wanted Royal 2 to run the flag. I did. For the brief moment of time that they had 3 dead and they knew where Dead Zone was, if he would have grabbed the flag and run it, in my opinion, I don't know if he would have been able to round the corner, but he would have gotten it a lot farther than where it went, in which case maybe then you have a chance.
He will have an early flank on the FaZe, and they have no idea it's coming.
Yep, and FaZe being a little more aggressive, getting 2 picks, and we saw this from Renegade last time he got an OS. He grabbed that flag, and he did not slow down. Looks like he's pulling it over towards Hut side, but realizes he needs to get a kill.
Yep,
Lucid right in
need to
front
get
of
your slays.
Gets the pick with Frosty. Now, does he run it, or does he slay? Looks like he's going to let his other teammate grab that.
So here's, fuck me.
Lucid right in front of him.
2 dead.
Gets the pick.
Okay, so we get Sniper here. You see where Formal's at. Formal has to take cover behind. He sees that Renegade not only has Sniper, he just picked up Sniper, but he has OS as well. Formal's like, not much I can do here, man. I'm just going to chill for a little bit, and you do what you need to do. And Trippy's already gone.
With Frosty.
So what I would have done in this situation, yes, Fresh, this is another instance of where if I was Renegade, I know that Formal's there and I know that he wants to get that kill. I fully understand. And I know you have Sniper. Like, you're in a better position to slay than to run the flag. But at the same time, it's right there. You know where Trippy already is. And at the very least, you could run the flag out a little bit and then poke out, like drop it and turn around because Formal might peek out at that point. But Formal's not peeking out here. He knows what's on the other side of that pillar. He doesn't want any of that on the other side of the pillar. But if Renegade maybe runs the flag a little bit, maybe Formal's like, oh, maybe I can challenge this. Maybe I can get this kill. Renegade drops it, turns around, potentially gets a snipe. This is all hindsight 2020. Potentially these things happen. But yeah.
Now does he run it or does he slay? Looks like he's going to let his other teammate grab that flag as he is just going to get some information.
That flag's
So
still not
Formal
on the move,
goes
Dave.
down.
FaZe are choosing to slay right now. Trippy will have.
And now we have the spawners again.
Snipe, so he's across the map on an overextension. We saw the impact Trippy was able to have with a very similar play.
The flag still isn't moving.
Back of Optic Gaming space. No one's still moving this flag, but they will have man advantage on the map.
Yeah, looks like Frosty's going to be able to get this touch. looks like not actually. Lucid getting the pick, so Renegade, although
They
he's
just
been
can't
staying alive,
they
he has not been able to really progress this flag game further. And
Man.
this one's going to return, kind of even footing. And
That's
you know,
two dead now.
Feel okay about that.
Yeah.
But one thing they don't feel okay about is Renegade still in their hut. As long as Renegade is in the hut, especially with this weapon, they can.
Team must just not have been in a position to help there.
Okay, flag game first. So Renegade, although he's been staying alive, he has not been able to really progress this flag game further, and this one's going to return, kind of even.
So you have two dead here, and it looks like the other players on your
not been
team.
able to really progress this flag game further. And
So you see where the other players of FaZe are right now.
this one's going
Frosty is dead.
to return, kind of even footing, and you know Optic got to feel okay about that.
Yeah.
But one thing they don't feel okay about is Renegade still in their hut. As long as Renegade is in the hut, especially this
It's
weapon,
unfortunate.
they cannot rest easy.
FaZe were in a 4-on-2 with the flag already out. How did they not get it on the move? Well,
Yep.
no time to think about that just yet. Renegade still with snipe in hand, rips the head off of one, gives his team a 4-on-2 advantage again. Lucid with the peak shots will take down Renegade on the overchow there. Lucid able to stay alive, will release some of the pressure, and maybe Optic can get off their back feet for this overtime round.
Yeah, but here comes the push. Trippy and Lucid, the duo, pushing their hut, and now they can relax for a little bit. The last minute or so, they could.
That's a great kill by Lucid, by the way. Like, holy shit. That was a great kill by
That
Lucid.
is where the flag caps happen. But Renegade decided to take a little bit of a different route this time, realizing too much resistance at hut. Also meeting equal resistance by Formal over at the main ramp.
Optic with another overshield in the hands of Trippy. Shortly, it's getting deleted. Snake Bites is going to take a ton of damage, and a stick to the feet. It's a double for Trippy and the rest of Optic Gaming. They are able to finally eliminate Trippy, but Optic Gaming, for the first time in this overtime, feel like they're being the aggressor.
Who was MVP
and
of the
have a little
tourney?
bit of
I don't know if
control
they
to play
gave
around.
out an MVP
They
award
have
for the
the
tourney.
advantage now,
Shark?
dodging
I don't know.
that grenade right there.
D9 Tane, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Take over this opposite
And
hut.
Just,
That's
I
their
apologize for missing you
main
earlier.
target.
Thank you for the
Too
follow.
late.
Welcome to the after party as well.
Snakebite, Royal 2 already over in the hut. Trippy, can he do something with his mat?
The hut.
Flanks. He's done it before. Can he do it again?
Flag gets pulled. Everyone from Optic advanced on the map right now. FaZe need to find the kills. Snakebite and Frosty do so tremendously. 3 go down for FaZe, however. Frosty, the last player alive, knocked to no shield. The flag's still on the move, and that could be the kill that does it.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is how you run a flag.
FaZe Clan, Formal with the flag up the tunnel. Overextenders are the only
You get 3 to 4 dead. You grab the fucker and you go.
Takes it in. He takes shots, but not enough. Formal cap the flag.
That's what you do. You know? That's what you do. You get 3 to 4 dead and you run the fucking flag. It's a crazy concept, I know. It's insane. It's fucking insane. It was almost the same play position FaZe didn't capitalize on. Almost. But again, we need to keep in mind here, folks, that we're talking about very... I'll just fucking say what's in my head, even though it's not the right way to say it. These are small moments that lead to big things happening within the game. And these are very second to second moments that happen. Where again, in hindsight, you may look at it and you're like, that's wrong. And obviously it didn't work out in their favor, but would I have done things differently? Obviously. I'm not a pro player. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Is it in the cards to look at Game 6 of the Grand Finals? And how SSG kept Optic from taking zones and strongholds? Oh, technicality. Abso-fucking-lutely it is. It's like I already had that queued up for a little bit. So don't you worry. But what I wanted to do right now was get that Callus tweet up, because that, again, give me a second. Where the fuck do you post it, motherfucker? I swear it was you. Where did you post it? Did he get rid of it? What the fuck? I'm going to cry. There was a post, I swear to God, it was Callus as well that did it, but apparently not. Talking about the flag runs that take place on Forbidden. I'm going to look like an idiot just scrolling through Twitter trying to find this shit. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but regardless, it don't fucking matter. How we doing, chat? 250 to 3 was tough to watch. That was not fun. I think it was enjoyable if you were an SSG fan. I think it's time to bring back Street Strongholds and Place of Solitude. I want anything, to be honest. Like, I want anything. Yeah, I know why it was removed. Like, I completely understand why it was removed. But I want Empyrean Slayer back just because I liked it. Was it standoffish? The whole, like, did teams getting standoffs all the time on that fucking map, and did it slow down to a crawl? Yeah, but I fucking like watching it. God damn it. Literally spent how long Friday night talking about how Solitude is Snowball City? It absolutely is. It's Snowball City. It's Avalanche City now, if we're thinking about it. Who won main Slayer? That was Stellar. Stellar won main Slayer of the event. Yeah, I don't know. I like Empyrean. And I like Slayer. And I like the combination that they had. Even though I understand why it was removed in the first place and why it should probably never come back. Doesn't mean I don't like it. You know? So there's that. Why was it removed? I think it was primarily because of spawns. Spawns being fucked. If I'm not mistaken. Also, if you don't know, if folks don't know, 343 finally addressed the reasons why the spawns were potentially fucky, and it's because of the Bandit Evo start. Because of the Bandit Evo starting weapon in ranked, it fucked spawns in ranked. Fun fact. How cool is that, right? Oh, shit. Where the fuck is this goddamn tweet? I'm never going to find it. I'm just never going to fucking find it. Unless he deleted it, in which case, what the fuck? This is a good talking point. It doesn't matter. Basically, what he was getting at in his tweet, if I can find it eventually, is it appears as though like all the flag runs went a very specific route when realistically they didn't always have to go that route. Yes, that might be the optimal route, but it doesn't have to be that route every time. So. Avatar Sika? Yeah. It's right there. It's right there. Why would a weapon start change anything? Welcome to software development, Daddy. As obviously you know. But there you go. Was it SSG United where SSG fumbled the lead at the last second? I don't remember. I don't remember. Daddy, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to get you out of here right now. I do kind of miss Cat Slayer. I also miss Cat Flag. And based off the changes that they made to Catalyst, removing the fucking sword being one of them, Jesus Christ. A lot of pros liked it too. A lot of pros liked it. A lot of pros wanted it back. And we never got it. So what the fuck are you going to do, right? What the fuck are you going to do? You know what I mean? Countdown CTF. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, the next game, sorry to not even focus anymore on the actual games that are being played. I apologize. That's on me. Let's talk about, I have a play basically queued up here. And this was Space Station versus Optic in the grand final. where maybe we'll go back a little bit to make sure we actually get the clip, huh? So yeah, this was game 4, oddball on recharge. This was round 2 or round 3. Actually, it was round 3. I apologize. It was Lucid with the shock rifle, eventually getting the triple kill and basically solidifying the round win and the game win for the team. So without further ado, let's get into that.
Fight Legend now, taking on Formal. The trade will come in, but the trades favor Optic because they have that lead.
So yeah, Optic obviously has a lead right now. You see the time on the clock, 1:10 left. For those who don't know how oddball works, I try to explain this for the new folks that may not understand. For oddball, if you are holding the ball, the game clock stops. Okay? The game clock will stop as long as somebody is holding the ball or the ball is respawning. Okay? So, with that in mind, the score is 60-39 in favor of Optic Gaming. There's 1:10 left on the game clock, and I believe the game clock does come into be a factor here. And here we go.
Exactly what I was going to say, Mark. Formal knew he was the last player alive bottom tower. The fact that he picks up that kill on that trade prevents another SSG hold, and it's a big one because still a 20-point lead, 21 points for Optic Gaming.
1 minute left in this game, 1 minute left in this round. Optic know they just have to keep Space Station off of that ball. And if they can do that, then they will go within 1 game of resetting the bracket here. Lucid outputting so much damage at the moment. But where is that oddball?
It's a great play call from Optic. If they can execute here, Camo's going to be down. Big double kill coming in from Lucid.
He's going to go for the triple.
So there's your triple, right? So now what happens is you look at the time of the clock. With the amount of time that SSG never had to grab the ball there, and Optic grabbing it but just basically throwing it away, there are 36 seconds left on the game clock. Okay? If SSG want to win this game, they need to basically hold on to that ball straight up. They need to get to it. They need to hold on to it. The problem is they're 3 dead. So Optic Gaming are going to look at this situation and be like, guys, we just have a fresh 3 dead here based off of I'm Lucid, I have my fucking amazing triple kill, my over 50 kills this game. I'm a god. So they're going to look at this situation and be like, guys, we'll just play the time. Let's get it away from them because they're going to spawn over there. Let's get it away from them and make it so we just let the time run out. We win the game.
Killing spree and the triple.
Oh, and I get camo too.
On top of the cake, it's going to be the camo.
So
it's going to be the
they're just going to leave the ball sit on C plat and just wait.
They are not grabbing ball. They're going to bait these kills. They're going to hope for another team wipe with only 25 seconds left. He just resets the ball for a touch to prevent the ball resetting. They're going to continue slaying with the time on the clock here. He still has camo.
What's up, Sholnuff? Thank you for the 3-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you for being here. Enjoy the LAN after party, my friend.
There is 1 player maybe in
Hope you enjoyed the event.
Here, but that's not going to be enough. Eco, you're a pretty good player, but 4 Optic players will close down the final push from SSG. Optic Gaming.
And even at the last second, they just could not swoop in and grab it. So yeah, Lucid over 50 kills that game. 54 to be exact. Stats are not everything. If you think that stats are everything, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Stats are not everything, but a 54 kill stat line is pretty sick. Pretty fucking sick, if I do say so myself. So, and he had more ball time than Formal. And he had more fucking ball time than Formal. Think about that. That's crazy. That is crazy. He was going nuts. He was, oh my God. So there you go. But yes, I don't think I'd be doing a good enough job if we didn't talk about that Strongholds game. So, Strongholds happened. This was game 6 of the grand finals. Optic have been going on a little bit of a tear here. And SSG need to do something here or Optic are going to reset the bracket. And we're going to go to a best of 7 grand final bracket reset. Okay? So, here's that game.
This series is the Frenchman. It's Legend.
Truly unbelievable. 17 kills in a game that they won by 4, keeping his team alive in this series.
Cloud, it's okay.
Forces to a game number 7 and the opportunity to end the grand finals in just 1 series.
One thing you don't want to do is go too dead off the rip, because then you're going to have SSG flying at you. It should be a camo pickup here for Space Station Gaming, and it is. The last player alive is trapped in blue already. And this is a worrying moment here for Optic at the start of this game.
Do you guys listen to what Onset is saying right now? Because Onset knows all too well, shout out Taylor Swift, what could very well happen in this game if Optic are not able to push out and get a presence on the map. Onset is fully aware of what the potential is here. I'd gone wrong. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Okay? So again, Solitude is a problem. Solitude Strongholds is a problem. Shout out to SSG for winning this game, especially in the dominant fashion that they did, but Stronghold Solitude is a problem.
Even in the first few seconds, there might be a triple cap on the cards.
Love that from Eco, keeping his camo player alive at all costs. Really, really good help just in case Stellar might have been on the receiving end of additional shots. The Stellar versus Trippy battle continues. Time.
So you see the map presence that Space Station has right now? I'm going to back up 5 seconds here and you can see what's going on. Maybe if it doesn't want to fucking pause the game.
Been on the receiving end of additional shots.
So it's going to quickly pan here. Bound is obviously dead right there, but that's kind of besides the point. When he pans his camera, you see where his teammates are. Okay? You have a teammate over on Snipe side. You have a teammate on blue side. Where do you think Optic are going to spawn? Do. Not over there.
Continues. Time will also continue here for SSG on the BC hold. 25 points on the board.
The information that Stellar's just got as well. He's still got the camo, so he can avoid all the shots. And Optic are trying to bait a kill out here, and Formal will bait that kill out. It's Legend who maybe just goes a little bit quicker than his 2 teammates to try and force the fight on A, and that falls into the hands of Optic. They haven't played this so well.
Wow. Eco's your only player alive here. Dead Zone trying to pull the pressure, but guess what? Eco answers back with a triple kill, maybe more.
And if you're Optic, you can't really do a whole lot if Eco gets a fucking triple kill on you.
Time will expire on that, but how about getting 3 dead for SSG, and just when you think you've done the job and can push out of your...
So again, guys, I'm going to throw this out there, okay? I'm just going to throw this out there. I know I'm being kind of a shitter right now, but bear with me because I think it's kind of funny. Where are Space Station right now on the map? Blue side? Snipe side? Where do you think Optic are going to spawn? Not over there.
Your base. Instead, Eco picks up a triple and ensures that his team now goes into a 60-point lead.
Eco has started this game 6-0, by the way. Might be able to pick up his first death now as he comes under pressure. Still has 1 shot left with that shock rifle as Optic try and convert B. Looks like he'll give this one up. Now the flank comes in as well. He's got the repulse. He's trying to turn attention away to help some other teammates. Lucid, though, should be able to take the fight at C. There's an opportunity for Optic to start scoring here, and it's one they will take.
Stellar flies out right away. That's big because they keep 2 dead for Optic Gaming. Lucid's weak on truck here, which means 3 dead. Last player's going to be at Snipe. Big damage once again, just because Eco's able to stay alive as long as he was.
So Space Station.
So I'm going to pause here. Here's the beautiful part about this. You see how Optic got 3 points? For those who don't know, Strongholds, you need 250 to win. There's technically no time limit. The time will just keep going. It's until a team gets 250. There was a real possibility that Optic didn't score a single point in the Strongholds game. There was a real possibility that we would have had a 250 to nothing. Like 250 to 3 is nearly as bad, but we almost had a 250 to nothing.
Only lose control of the scoring for a few moments. Former does stay alive for long enough to at least have some spawners around him.
Big kill by Bound there. Really big kill by Bound.
To take down another Optic member. Look at Eco bottom middle as well, doing so much damage. It's a 2v2, but when you're scoring, you're happy with those numbers.
Yeah, 2v2 as you said on the map for both sides, and it's been what we've been saying now what for feels like about an hour and a half, just so back and forth between these two. Keller stays alive. Double kill with the...
I kind of want to know how Stellar got fucking camo that time. Like, it seems like there were fights happening all around the map. Did Stellar just be able to swoop the fuck in there and get that without issue? That's what I want to know.
Camo, let's see what he can do at yard. 3 dead.
Trippy left alive as well, and it's going to be a triple cap here for SSG. It's 95 points and rising as the triple cap is stifling. Legend gets the kill without getting traded.
Look at this.
And now Stellar with the camo. He could have a field day.
Oh boy, this was what was dangerous because Stellar didn't even have to work hard with that camo to get the first few
So again, there was somebody in chat. I don't even know if they're here anymore. It might have been the person that got banned, but either way, there was somebody in chat that it said, you just have to be better. Like, you just need to practice this more. Chat, I'm going to ask you a question. Where have optics spawned basically all games so far? Where have optics spawned for the majority of the game thus far? Yard side, blue, loop. Okay. How the fuck do you get out of that if you have all 4 players of the other team just watching and waiting for you?
triple cap, a killing spree for him on screen. 3 dead again. They're going to get the A reset, and it's perfectly timed. I think everyone watching at home was worried when the trip cap came in without Stellar having to burn the camo or even really be involved in the battle. It was always going to spell.
Speaking of which, that was a rhetorical question. I'm not looking for an answer.
156-3. The triple cap.
Mouse, thank you. You die.
Break out through mid here. Stellar by getting those kills as well, and Yard collects a thrust, just as if it's bad enough for Optic right now. It's going to be 3 dead again. It's 4 dead back to back. SSG.
Guys, are you watching? Do you see where Stellar's looking right now?
They have Optic.
Oh, there's Lucid.
In that play.
Oh, there's Dead Zone.
3 wipes in a row, and Mark, you said it.
Oh, there's Trippy.
We've seen 250 to zeros. This.
Oh, there's Formal. They all spawn in the same spot. The literal same spot.
One is potentially going to be very close to that. The triple cap continues. No kills recorded just yet for Optic Gaming. It's 205-3.
Optic need to stay focused here. They need to think 1, 2 dead, 1, 3 dead. We're back in the game. But for now, SSG...
Rascals, they should have just spawned somewhere else.
They are hunting them down. And Optic, they are the prey.
Why couldn't spawns be fucked on Solitude? You know? Why not just have somebody spawn behind you on lift?
Look at this. They might be able to finish C. We'll have to see.
Add some fucking variety. Add some spice to the map.
It's going to be a perfect game from SSG, barring an absolute miracle.
Jesus Christ. You want to see the time of that game? This is less than a 4-minute Strongholds.
Game from SSG, barring an absolute...
That was a 2-minute and 50... That was a 3-minute and 57-second fucking Strongholds game. That's how long that was. Clutch with the raid. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Welcome, Raiders. Hope everyone's having a great fucking night. Welcome to the after party where we talk about how dumb people are. Cloud says, as an Optic fan, I wanted Optic to spawn behind them, but SSG had a masterclass to deserve that win? Yeah. Think about how fucking funny it would be if the spawns got fucked so hard on Solitude that literally somebody spawned bottom lift when somebody was standing right there. You're like, ha! I foiled your plans! It's never going to fucking happen. Jesus. Viper says, oh, first off, Fending Lemons, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. And then Viper, you should not be able to triple cap and hold a spawn trap for 98% of the match. So Viper, in this specific example, I can agree with that. It's just for me, if this was a different map, like if this was Live Fire, right? If this was Strongholds on Live Fire and you were doing that, and you were consistently holding control for 98% of the match on Live Fire, I would be like, but granted, great fucking win by Space Station here. They played the map and mode perfectly. They played it exactly like you're quote unquote supposed to, right? But if this was on a Live Fire situation and Space Station did if Space Station did the same thing in that regard, I'd be like, well, hot fucking damn. You know? George, SSG played this map perfectly. This doesn't happen that often. George, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. It happens more often than not. With the top teams. With these top teams, it happens more often than not. Go watch World's Grand Finals last year. I think Winter's Final as well. I think it was Winter Final last year as well at Worlds. Go watch that too. Same thing. 2 times. Same thing. I've seen comebacks on that map and game type more than any other map. There are comebacks for sure, but I like the fact that we have this many blowouts, especially with top teams. There's an issue. George, it was so much of an issue that the HCS acknowledged it and they removed the sniper in favor for a shock rifle, which didn't help. They know it's an issue. They've called it out publicly. And they made a change specifically to help that issue, and it didn't help that issue. It is a problem with the game mode and map combination. They're fully aware. Yes, Clutch, you do get a woo because you gave out a gifted sub, which means you get a woo! Thank you so much for the gifted sub, Clutch Academy. Appreciate it. Spooky. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Put in the Ravager. Yo. George, everyone has their own opinion. I appreciate that. You have yours as well. But I think if you can't break the setup, the other team deserves to win. And that's the thing. I hate the fucking feeling of deserving to win. It's all about, you earned it. And that's exactly what I meant when I said earlier, George, is that Space Station earned that win. 100%. They played that map to perfection. Absolute perfection. I'm never going to take that away from them. Just like I would never take it away from FaZe, who did it last year at Worlds, or the countless other times that this has happened. I'm never going to take a win from a team. It's just when you have this consistently happen, it becomes an issue. Do you think Oddball could be played on this instead of Strongholds? Maybe? I don't know. I'd have to see it first. Did this happen in H5 too? I don't remember. I don't think it did because, or maybe I'm misremembering, but I think that the game was so much faster in 5 with the abilities and everything that maybe that made it so it wouldn't happen as much. I'm speculating here. Pure speculation by me. I could be 1,000% wrong here. Okay. So yeah. Shout out to Space Station for winning that game because it was an absolute dominant win. Never going to take a win away from a team. But that game type map combination is a problem. So much so that 343 acknowledged it. And they tried to fix it. And it didn't really get fixed. So they'll probably assess it. And they might make a change. George, I respect your opinion. I'll disagree with that one. There's still map control on every map mode combination. I don't know what Halo you're watching. And like I said, please try to keep conversation civil and whatnot. Never gonna, like, George, I hope, like, I don't want you to think I'm attacking you or anything. Try not to. I respect your opinion. I just disagree. That's the best part about opinions. You can have them. People can agree or disagree, and that's fine. So, you guys want to watch the Slayer? Should we end things out? Should we watch that Slayer? I think we should watch the Slayer. What did we already watched? We watched Game 6. We should probably watch Game 7. We should probably watch the final game here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Daddy, Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. Let's watch the final game, Game 7. There was a potential here where Optic could have reset the bracket. We would have went to another best of 7. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for Optic fans. Space Station wins. Let's watch the game.
One game to decide the tournament. It's going to be Slayer on Aquarius for Game 7 between Team Space Station and Optic Gaming.
Well, it's a good start for Optic and a good start for Trippy. A little bit of a difficult game for him in the last one. And like I say, the game type sometimes doesn't allow you to do anything that you want to. He gets that first individual battle and he wins it. And off the back of it, Optic Gaming will have the overshield. Formal's picking it up.
Oh, look at this stuff.
3-3. I was going to say, he's under too much pressure here somehow. SSG just destroyed Optic Gaming.
An absolutely clean wipe. Formal gets a little bit aggressive, and he kind of goes car one to get angles into the gen of the front.
I want to watch. Hold on. I'm going to go back a minute because I want to see how that overshield play came to be. Is there, for those who don't know, there was a change that took place with Aquarius Slayer, or Aquarius in general, where they overshield has been added to the map, and instead of it being like in a top mid or bottom mid location, they placed it on one of the bottom sides of the map, right? So it's a very hotly contested area at the beginning of each game, to the point where this is one of the things I'm really excited about, especially with the new meta, with the Bandit, obviously, and the map and mode changes that have taken place over the offseason. Something I'm really, really looking forward to seeing this year is the strategies that develop for teams trying to get this power up, right? Because this hadn't existed before. So we get to see teams learning on the fly and strategizing and preparing together on figuring out a way to get this in the most optimal way. So it's intriguing.
It's going to be Slayer on Aquarius for Game 7 between Team Space Station and Optic Gaming.
Well, it's a good start for Optic and a good start for Trippy. A little bit of a difficult game for him in the last one. And like I say, the game type sometimes...
Oh, that's right. Formal gets it. And I remember watching this live and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, fucking Eco, ninja his ass. Ninja his ass. But Formal's way too fucking smart for that. He's like, I know Eco's up there. Calm the fuck down.
Doesn't allow you to do anything that you want to. He gets that first individual battle and he wins it.
But how sick would that have been, right? How sick would that have been?
The overshield. Formal's picking it up.
Oh, look at this stuff.
3-3. I was going to say.
But the overshield meant fucking nothing in that regard. Was not able to capitalize on the use of it. Unfortunate, but we go next.
He's under too much pressure here somehow. SSG just destroyed Optic Gaming.
An absolutely clean wipe. Formal gets a little bit aggressive, and he kind of goes car one to get
Cloud, just jumping off your statement there, something that Will brought up when we were just watching it live. We were not live watching it. We were just watching it together in this room. He was talking about how maybe he used Formal specifically. I wasn't paying too close attention, so I don't know if it was strictly Formal. But he was talking about how it seemed like Formal wasn't using the power equipment efficiently, like you mentioned there. And that was something he observed throughout. So maybe that is the case.
Angles into the gen of the front base, but right away, Space Station answers back. They actually send players car as well as going down bottom, middle, and pink to just shut down that overshield, and it's 5-3.
And then, George, I can agree with that statement, as a matter of fact, because I don't know if Silos is here, if you ever show up. He's the fucking CE lifer. No offense to him. We love Silos here. But that is something that I notice as well in CE specifically, is that if you do not have, if you have map control and so on and so forth in CE, you can fucking annihilate teams. Whether or not that's a good or a bad thing, that's different kind of conversation. It's all opinions. It's all preferences. It is what it is. Clearly, it sounds like you have your preference. It sounds like we have our preference. It is what it is. But that is an observation that I absolutely do understand and did recognize back in that day.
Off of what felt like it was guaranteed to be an Optic Gaming early lead.
Optic Gaming are trapped in yellow here. This is bad news for them. You can see it should be a second kill here for Stellar as well. He will get it.
Yeah, that pistol in CE was pretty fucking crazy.
Trippy is last.
George, that pistol in CE was pretty fucking crazy.
The gates in this game 7. It's 8-4 in their favor.
Big credit due there for the
pretty fucking
As
crazy.
we said, it was first kills, the lead,
iconic,
the overshield,
if you will.
The
weapon is fucking iconic.
They immediately fly out of their base
because of how fucking powerful it was.
Gaming off guard.
2 more kills for Space Station. Is 10-5, still doubling up on the score. Legend just holding down the pink tower, but now he's got 3 members of Optic Gaming in front of him on the pink. But this man has.
I have a genuine question for everybody in chat right now. Okay. And I know this is going to be difficult. Okay. Because we're not talking to each other face to face, but bear with me. I want to ask you a legitimate question. And I want you to answer honestly. As a spectator, okay, as a spectator watching this game right now, like if you were watching it live when it happened, if you're watching right now, whatever it is, when you're watching this game and you see that score being 6-12 in favor of Space Station, do you think, or did you think, that Space Station had it in the bag? Yes or no? I don't need reasons. I'm literally just looking for a yes or no. I'm genuinely curious. Okay. Seeing a little more no's than yeses, but still seeing regardless, seeing a both here. Okay. We can maybe talk about that in a little bit. Danger Dave, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the watch party thing called the after party. I forgot the name of it. Forgot the name of our own fucking thing that we're doing.
Trippy will have to escape, but Bounce hunted him. Trippy does win that one off the nade. It just banks up to the top jump. So 13-7 is your score. Still a sizable lead for SSG.
Ooh, Trippy comes out of that somehow.
Still alive.
Not only alive, but getting that kill. The overshield's coming up as well. And little moments like that might be what changed things here. But there's Eco with a double kill. Legend flies in. It might be a triple kill here for Eco.
Huge stop on OS there.
Still down.
Wow, just back and forth.
But the unfortunate,
the pop the overshield. He's not able to. Legend is the last player alive for SSG.
Should be a free OS
all the way at car 1. This
by Optic at this point.
Optic Gaming overshield.
Finally, everyone runs out of grenades. It was just.
Let's see if Trippy can better utilize this.
Just an absolute nuke fest down around that overshield.
Nope.
Trippy goes for the beatdown.
And he dies. So that's yet another OS grab. There was a scuffle for it. Let's not get it twisted. There was a scuffle for that OS. Optic are able to take it away. Trippy was not able to put it to good use.
It's 3 dead for Optic, and that play
down by 6 again.
Could hurt a little bit more.
Second time in a row that the Optic Gaming overshield was absolutely nuked by Space Station. Excuse me. 2 nades come in, and then Eco flies out of the connector to get the trade on the overshield as well. That means 22-16. And just when you thought Optic had control, they had 4 dead. They had the overshield. No, Space Station shuts down the overshield again.
Well, this is Optic's chance to get a bit of map control here. That was 2 dead, 3 dead. Eco last alive. And even though it's been a little bit of a shaky start for them, they've kept it close here, Optic. Only 3 kills between the 2 teams. Space Station.
Rascals, god damn it.
Not show for long enough for them to get.
First team to get the first kill. That's the team that's winning the game. I would love to see the statistic on that. Like if there's anywhere that shows like the percentage of times that the team that gets the first kill on Aqua Slayer is the team that actually wins the game. I would love to know that stat. That'd be fucking insane.
Someone inside of that fridge and manages to get a back smack.
Pushing here on the fridge, a lot of help. Lucid needs to come in and clean this up as well. They will get the 2 dead that they needed. However, 2 kills traded out, but 25-21. Most importantly, Optic has kept this game close. Not out just yet, down by 5.
They just got another kill as well. That's 2 in a row for him. That just opens the map up a little bit more. Trippy gets that heat wave though, and we've seen some comebacks and we've seen some big performances from Optic. Usually it's when Trippy gets that heat wave and is allowed to go to work, but immediately he gets shut down as Bound finds 2. He's looking for the 3rd on Formal as well. Legend will clean it up. 30-22, SSG are here to play.
And how about the timing? They get the 5th kill as well. Overshield's popping now. Optic is trying to get immediate
now down by 8.
But I think it's grabbed right away. Stellar does grab it immediately, and now 31-23. Overshield in the hands of Stellar. This is getting out of hand quick, and they may be able to create the gap they need right here, right now.
It shows you that the stats don't tell everything.
Right here,
we were saying
right now.
This game 7 that Optic have a perfect record and the SSG do not. Well, it depends who you're playing, how the game plan works. At the moment, it's just a juggernaut walking towards Optic Gaming, and his name is Stellar. He is flying in. He's looking for another kill here. Lucid will get traded out. It's 2 dead again. It's 35-24.
Lucid manages to shut down the overshield, but at what cost? At the end of what felt like just absolute wrath coming out of the side of Space Station Gaming, and Stellar's overshield felt like, compared to other power-ups throughout the series, it lasted forever. They stack up an 11-kill lead here with 7 minutes left.
Well, the Optic fans trying to get behind their squad, trying to drive them to get back into this game. Eco's going to be behind 2 players here. The nade comes in and Trippy will get the kill. The flank has now been dealt with as Lucid will pick up yet another, but it needs to be some good Halo. They need an overshield. That's Optic need to get this next overshield. If it goes the way of SSG, it might be curtains.
36 now to 27. Can Optic slow this game down enough to try to get back in it? It feels like an impossible task with the way the Space Station has been playing, not only in this game, but in the last 3 games since that game at number 5 win. 37 to 28. Optic Gaming needs a little bit of a miracle and some brilliant teamwork to get back into this game, number 7.
Legend keeps getting the first pick in these team engagements. And he gets yet another one here. Lucid, you can just see he looks a little bit unsure about where the Space Station Gaming members are. The comms seem to be falling apart a little bit here for Optic, and SSG are taking advantage. It's 8 kills, the advantage now for SSG. They are 10 away from becoming your champions.
You can tell they're even starting to trade here on the car side. They know that this gap is big enough here with an 8-kill lead that they can trade a lot more than they'd usually be able to at a stage like this in the game. 41 to 32. They crossed the 40-point mark, now only 8 kills away from closing it out.
Well, I said they needed the overshield. Dead Zone got the overshield, but he's already being challenged by multiple members. Eco with the kill. But Space Station now within touching distance. They can smell it, they can taste another championship.
For those that weren't paying attention, that was Dead Zone that time with the overshield, and again, not putting it to good use.
Down 3-1 in this series, forcing a game number 7, and off of Stellar's brilliant overshield play, the team wraps around that. They rally around those pushes, and still up by 9 here, 6 kills away from closing it out.
Stellar gets taken down. The damage should be enough to be cleared up. Formal's going to be last alive here. Respawns do come in, and that might help him stay alive long enough for Trippy to come and intervene. It's 45 to 39. Do not adjust your TVs here, everybody. Optic still have a chance.
A break the wall chant erupts versus a let's go Optic chant answers back immediately. Kills traded out, 46 to 40. Still a 6-kill lead. Only 1 team wipe required for SSG to close out the game and the tournament.
Eco's going to get spotted out. Uses those frag grenades just to slow down the push towards him. Bound and Dead Zone trade. Great news is it's now just 3 kills for SSG to call themselves champions. It's Legend who gets another. And the man who's playing in his first ever grand finals, the first ever international player to get this far in the tournament, he wants to be the player to end it. It's 49 as Legend looks for the 50th. Not just for SSG, but for all of International Halo. Bound will get it! And
SSG wins. Congratulations to Space Station Gaming on winning the Arlington Major. My predictions are in fucking shambles. But that's okay, because this is going to sound stupid, but like the reason why we do predictions is because it's a fun and stupid thing to do. But I just love how close these teams are. I love the amount of skill that's being shown. I love the amount of work that these teams are putting in. I love that we're finally able to see how this new meta is working within the scene. It's just, I know that people out there have their favorite teams, their favorite organizations, whatever it may be, but we saw some of the best competitive Halo we've ever seen this weekend. Some of the best we've literally ever seen. And the best part is that this was only the first LAN of the year. The season's officially started. This is the first LAN of the fucking year. We have 3 more majors and a world championship for the rest of the year. And knowing that these teams are going to be putting in more work than ever before, knowing that there are teams that are fighting for spots, like just the amount of cool and crazy shit that's happening this year is going to be amazing. Amazing. Jedi, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Greatly appreciated. Welcome, welcome. Clubster, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome to the after party. Aloof says, I have a hypothetical if we got time. What's your hypothetical? What do you got? So I have a couple other things I want to talk about too. Gaze, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. This weekend's event was so good. Oh, Clubster. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Oh my God. Some edge of your seat matches throughout the entire fucking tournament. Any chance of watching the last 30 seconds of Shopify FaZe King of the Hill on Recharge? Oh boy. Yeah. Yes, there is. Of course. Of fucking course. Can we put up a PNG of Will on the left? It's getting confusing. No, sorry. Smartwatch asked if I was having a medical emergency during Game 7. You have a problem. Do you think there's a single roster change that could move Rebellion into the top 3? No. No. Because I don't think they need to. That's the thing too. And Aloof, I know you're not saying this. I know you're not saying this, but I'm just saying in the general populace, right, of competitive Halo watchers. I'm sick and tired of seeing, oh, they didn't win, or they didn't fucking perform incredibly amazingly in their first event together, so they need to make a change. You know what I mean? And again, I know you're not saying that. I'm just in the general populace. There are people out there who think that, oh, because they didn't win or because they didn't take second or whatever it is, in their first event as a fucking roster, they think they need to make a change. There are people out there, I know I saw it probably jokingly in this chat earlier tonight, but I will say this. There are people out there that because Optic took second this event, they think that they should get rid of Dead Zone. There are people out there who think that. Are you fucking high? Like, I'm telling, there are people out there who truly believe that. Because they didn't beat Space Station, that the change didn't work out. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So, do I believe that there is somebody that Shopify could pick up to put them in the top 3? No. Absolutely not. The reason being is because while I still believe the top 3 are solidified, not just based off of the results at this event, but just in general, because of consistency in placings, FaZe Optic, Space Station in any order, whatever, depends on any given Sunday, depends on who the matchup is. If Shopify put the work in and they catch one of these teams, like, they have the skill to do so. They can do it. They don't need to make a change to do so. They have the talent in order to do so. Cloud, that's the thing, is that people will think that. It's insane to me. People will fucking think that. And I know roster changes happen all the time in this scene. I get it. But come on. Come the fuck on. Shot Aces, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Again, I keep almost forgetting what the fuck I'm calling this thing. And the name of it's right above the fucking camera, god damn it. I've been listening to the show on YouTube for a year or two now and have finally made it to a live show. What's up, Shot Aces? Welcome! Thank you for taking the time to listen on YouTube, dude. Thank you so much. Hell yeah. Show the merch. Oh, fuck yeah, I gotta do that. Hold up. But where the fuck is it? There it is. Boom. Arlington exclusive merchandise brought to you by HCS Pro Talk and Uriel. Uriel is the designer of it, of the art that you see on there. He did the collaboration for Complexity and HCS, their merch. He did the art for that. And we thought he did a fucking phenomenal job on these. And yeah, exclamation point merch in the chat. Go buy a shirt or a poster. Because not only are you supporting us, but a percentage of the profits go directly to Uriel as well. So we'll be also assisting him even further. Yes, we already paid him for the commission of the art, but we wanted to help him out a little bit further. And so yeah, go get your orders in. The plan is to keep the sale up until Friday this week at the very least. So there you fucking go. Go check it out. Exclamation point merch in the chat. Same thing right now with the COD team. One of them got to change, but they aren't going to because it's solid at the moment. But yeah, I mean, I think Rocker need to fucking do something. And I'm saying this as a Minnesota sports fan, but like, God, the Rocker been fucking ass for a long time. Not even just this year, but fucking in general. Holy moly, dude. Insane. Insane. Yeah, I think they've been lower than low tier Clubster. Remember Paris Legion? From like year 1 or year 2 of the COD League. Remember them? That's where I kind of feel like we are right now. Fuck. I'm 6', 205. What shirt size do you think? I'm 6'4", 170. I wear a large. So either, I mean, I'm taller than you, obviously, but like I'm not built like you are. So just keep that in mind. But like, yeah, I wear a large. Maybe you want to go XL. I'm not calling you fucking fat. I don't want people to get the wrong fucking idea here. God. Yeah, I'm a tall, like, Joshy, I'm a tall, lanky dude, and larges fit me well. There's room to breathe because I'm lanky as shit. But like, yeah. I don't want to assume, but I'm going to assume that a large would probably fit your build better, but maybe you'd want to go with an extra large in case it shrinks. You always have to kind of keep that in mind as well. You never know. The way I look at it is I always go a size higher, depending upon what the shirt's made out of, because it may shrink. So. Fuck yeah, Joshy, thank you so much, man. Enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it. And yeah, I fucking love Slayer ties. That shit was amazing. That 50-50 tie into the 50-48 win. Holy fuck. Oh, so good. We got a request to watch this. Let's watch it.
Hey, you went home.
This is the end of the King of the Hill game between FaZe and Shopify. This is game 3 of the losers semifinal.
I'm ready. Cam 115, Cam 115. Look at CQ, PJ. Back blue. Look at me. Okay, one shot, fight long. Kill Sinky. Cam 1-5 as well, guys. No, I'm getting kill. Shocks. Push him back blue. PJ, push it. Don't let them get another one here. I got him. Weak. They might have been shocked.
Love how Renegade's just like, fuck this.
He's gonna push me. He's gonna push John. Bottom of you, PJ. Back blue. Two back blue. On jump up and driveway. On glass. Kill glass. Okay. And hill now.
Enemy team took the hill.
Yo, John. One bottom here. Two.
This is hard.
Nice, John.
Glad he gets that kill. Really good kill. Wasn't really able to do a whole lot else besides obviously get some damage down, but it was weird. This was a weird situation. Need to get the information for your team, obviously. And he made the best play he probably maybe could, but like, yeah, it was weird.
To get Shopify out of this hill, and this could end right here, right now, unless Royal 2 comes in with that shot. 3 down goes Shopify.
Icy is Royal 2. 46 seconds remaining. He's got the shock rifle as well, directly aimed at the spawns of Shopify Rebellion. And he takes out Mental.
So here's the crazy thing about this as well, is that because Shopify are consistently spawning on batteries, or consistently spawning towards like gold glass batteries, whatever it may be, with the amount of time left to like try to get in there and capture and like get it away from FaZe when FaZe are in the hill and they're in C, the only way to go is basically hold forward. And the issue with that is that Royal 2 has a shock rifle, and FaZe know you have to fucking just hold forward.
Oh, but Cycle gets a kill in the feed as well.
Shopify Rebellion had the game in their hands, but Royal 2 just snatches it right up. Another shot, a killing spree, and now Cycle's gonna push it, and he may just get it too, but Cycle off the top rope. Mental gets his. 3 down goes Shopify, and Cycle's not.
Critical kill by Frosty there. Absolutely monstrous kill by Frosty there.
But Cycle off the top rope. Mental gets his. 3.
Because If Frosty dies there, now Snakebite did spawn up and he's trucking, but like there's a real possibility that game could end.
Down goes Shopify and Cycle's not able to hold it. That may just be it. Frosty's in the hill. He has the shroud. I don't see anybody from Shopify.
Man, wow. What a map win. What a map win. Shout out Frosty. And that's the thing too, is like I'm never going to take away map wins from any team. But that's why it's a testament to Shopify for taking it to a game 5 anyway. But I said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think FaZe were playing to the best of their ability this weekend. And I'm not trying to give them excuses. It's just simply an observation that I made throughout the entire weekend. So I keep in the back of my mind, and I don't know if Justin's still here, but him and I were texting about this. The thing that I keep in the back of my mind is, let me just say this. How do I put this? If FaZe are playing at the top of their game, I don't think it wasn't going to be close. Like, I mean, it may have been like a 3-1. Games could have been close, but FaZe would have more easily won that series. And again, I'm never going to take anything away from Shopify for what they did. They did end up losing, unfortunately, but regardless, they played really well for the most part in this series. Okay? Not going to take that away from them. But I'm telling you, if you watch the games, FaZe, in my opinion, did not play to their actual ability that we know that they're capable of doing. They didn't look like the team, and they're still a top 3 team, duh, but they didn't look like that behemoth that we saw at Worlds last year. And granted, Optic were 2 games away from winning the whole thing. They were 2 games away. People forget that. Like, I don't know what it is, but people fucking forget that they were 2 games away from winning Worlds. But either way, they didn't. And yeah, I just don't think they played to the best of their ability. Can we watch the last 30 seconds? Sure, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Spawns of Shopify Rebellion. And he takes out Mental, but Cycle gets a kill in the feed as well.
Shopify Rebellion had the game in their hands, but World 2 just snatches it right up. Another shot, a killing spree, and now Cycle's gonna push it, and he may just get it too. But
so that's a great kill by Cycle. Cycle was already weak, as you can see, because of the fight that he had. Frosty was able to get the cleanup on him. Soul Snipe's last alive. That's game over, bro.
He has the shroud. I don't see anybody from Shopify.
Now here's the question. Let's see Cycle go in here for a minute. Was Shroud up?
But Cycle off the top rope.
Was Shroud up? It just spawned as Cycle died? Okay. Thank you. So yeah, it's just unfortunate, man. It's fucking unfortunate. Cycle did what he could. It just wasn't enough. Frosty capitalized on the kill. Oh, Soul Snipe was dead at the time too. So Soul Snipe had just spawned up. He never even had an opportunity to contest at that point. There you go. Bob's your uncle on that one. That's it. Green Gills, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. So yeah, the fact that Soul Snipe was on respawn anyway, he never even had an opportunity. So, what are you going to do? Yeah, congratulations to FaZe on winning that series and Shopify for doing pretty well. I'll probably talk about it I will be talking about it on the show on Wednesday. So for those that are new here, for those that don't know, we are a weekly Halo esports podcast. This is something new that we were doing for the major itself, but we are a weekly podcast. This is not that show. Our actual show goes live on Wednesdays for now until May. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Central Time on this channel. We actually do a weekly show, okay? So I'm going to repeat this. What I'm about to say, I'm going to repeat the same thing on the show on Wednesday, but I want to put it out here anyway because this is recapping the event, basically. In terms of Shopify Rebellion, I believe they've solidified themselves not just because of how they placed. Obviously, they're top 4 because they placed top 4, but this was the way that they were looking or feeling. If you go back to last year, right? Because what I'm about to say, I'm trying to add context from what I'm about to fucking say. If you look at last year, right? Sentinels were a top 4 team. They were basically a solidified top 4 team. And you didn't have a ton of teams fighting alongside them to earn that too. Native Red at the time were always top 6. And then you'd have fringe teams come in and try to make a statement, but they never really could do anything. Where this year, from the outside looking in, with the roster changes that were made and so on and so forth, you'd look at Shopify and be like, that looks like a team that can compete for top 4 consistently. Complexity, to me, is a fringe team that can compete consistently for top 4. Sentinels, to me, are still a top 4 team. I don't fucking care how this event happened. They're still a top 4 team in my mind. This was an abject disaster for them. This was we talked about it last night. This is their F game. This is their F tournament where a team can get one, and that's that. So, that's what I'd say. Your top 3 in this game are still solidified. That's Optic, FaZe, SSG in any order based off the weekend, based off the series, the Sunday, whatever it is. Everyone else is playing for top 6, 8, 12, whatever. That's what everyone else is playing for. Now, what people also need to realize is that it also can depend on the bracket that you get. You don't get to choose who you play, okay? Or else everybody would choose like 4th place teams in pools all the time to play against. That's not going to be the case. You don't get to choose who you get to play against. Therefore, sometimes you can get blessed by the bracket. Other times you can get fucking annihilated by the bracket. And as you see teams progress throughout the year, you will see these gaps widening. Well, I want to see them shrink. Obviously, I think the competition's as close as it's ever been, and teams are going to get better. But your top 3 are your top 3 for a reason. Your top 3 are your top 3 for a reason. And now you have these teams that are competing for top 4 and consistent top 4 placings. And then as long as they keep the grind on and hopefully stick together, because I don't think there's anybody available right now that can really turn the tides, realistically speaking, then you can make a fight to potentially break into the top 3. And yes, Rascals, I'm fully aware that my Yeti matches the same fucking color of my sweatshirt. Thank you. It was unintentional, by the way. Jaguar, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Greatly appreciated. Then again, I want to talk about FaZe briefly. FaZe, I don't believe they played to their potential. They still got 3rd. Cool. I don't think they played to their potential. And I believe they know that they didn't play to their potential. We heard Snakebite say it in the after series interview after they beat Shopify. Do I think they need to make a change? Fuck no. Are you fucking kidding me? But they do need to go and do a lot. They do need to do a lot of VOD review. They need to practice. They need to do what they need to do to get back in the place that we expect them to be. Okay? There's that. And also for the record, I'm not saying winning every event. Like, I know Renegade, after they won one of their first series of the tournament, Renegade was like, our goal is to win everything. And I'm like, that's a great goal to have. But like, you know what I mean? I don't see them winning every event. They have the skill to, absolutely. Same with Optic, same with SSG. They have the skill to. I don't think it'll happen. Because it's literally never happened before in terms of Infinite. For Optic, I have, even off the heels of an unbelievable performance from individual players, and Dead Zone playing lights out on his new squad, it just wasn't enough to overcome the new champions in Space Station. And then for Space Station, this was big. This was really, really big for them. It was their first major event win as an organization for Space Station. For those who don't recall, half of this current Space Station roster was on Cloud 9 back when Infinite released. And they had won the first major in Raleigh, so they had done that. That was Eco and Stellar. Renegade was on that roster as well. And same with now Dead Zone, formerly Penguin. And that was Dead Zone's first win, as a matter of fact. So that's cool. But either way, for Space Station as a whole, this is their first major win because, yes, they won SLC last year, but that was a Global Invitational. Wasn't necessarily the same stakes as a major. And also Global Invitationals don't exist this year, so that's kind of besides the point as well. But either way, huge shout out to Space Station. First major event win as an organization. That's awesome. Legend made history for all the players in the EU region. Winning the event. Pretty fucking sick. And then they also proved that the team change was worth it. I mean, fuck, I think the team change was worth it on behalf of Optic as well. Win or lose, I don't fucking care. That team change was great. Look how aggressive they are now. God damn. Go back to FaZe chalking their scrim versus Optic Gaming like 2 weeks back. Maybe that this started before the weekend. I don't give a shit about scrim results. I don't fucking care. Space, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. BC, I'm not going to sit here and talk about practice. Absolutely not. Does not translate to LAN at all. Just going to throw that out there. And if you want my reasoning for it, my perfect example that I have, besides the countless other times that it doesn't fucking matter, is what the fuck was it? It was Arlington last year. Arlington last year. Where did Optic place? Did they win every scrim beforehand? That's one example. They're countless. Literally countless. Snakebite said in stream they're just not calming well. Small talk was bad, etc. Had nothing to do with the results. And that's, like I said, they need to work on shit. It's what I said before. They need to work on shit. And the other thing to keep in mind, too, is, like I said, I'm never going to take away a win from a team. FaZe did not play well. Like, to my standard. FaZe did not play to my standard in this tournament. They got third, but they still didn't play to my standard. What I will say is, we still have not seen FaZe Space Station play. We didn't see it this event. I expect we'll see it sometime down the line in the year, but we didn't get to see that happen yet. Who knows how they match up? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But BC, thank you for the clarification on that. I appreciate it. Holy shit. And also, we got to give a shout out to Foe. Goddamn. We got to give a shout out to Foe. No offense to Best Man, but I was hoping that Wonder Boy was going to win Best Coach, even though they didn't make it to Sunday. I understand. But man, Foe just continuing their momentum from Worlds last year, that Navi roster, even though they obviously changed. And I'm really looking forward to what they do. I have my issues with that team, with their gameplay. Okay. Not with the players. Obviously, love all the players. Love the coach. They're great. Just, they need to tighten things up. If they can tighten things up, then I think that they can be, this is going to sound crazy, okay? They really need to tighten things up. Really do. In order to be a consistent top 6, fighting for that top 4. Fighting for it. Okay? They have a lot to work on. I saw HCS say that top 6 from this major qualify for pools of London Major. Since Foe got top 6, does that mean that there will be 3 EU teams in pool play? It very well could mean that, Fresh. Yes. I would assume so. Maybe. Or what they might do, and I don't know the actual rules, Fresh, so don't quote me on this, or what they might do is they might stick to the 2 teams from EU, but then just have it based off of points after that. I don't know. But yeah, think about that. Granted, if they keep the same rulings of where the top 2 teams from EU based off points make their way into pool play, Foe are going to make it no matter what, just because they're one of the 2 best teams in the region. But the fact that they got top 6 is pretty fucking sick. So, pretty fucking sick. Foe and Shopify are the best stories of the weekend. That and Space Station. And Space Station. That Legend pickup, man. Great. Cloud9 did better than I think everybody expected them to do. Proton did better than I think everybody expected them to do. There were a lot of great series, a lot of great games, a lot of game 5s. A lot of 3-0, like there were some 3-0s, but there were some incredibly close games in there. Like, it was great. It was fucking great. Minty Fresh, you can absolutely throw out an idea. Go for it, man. As long as it's not like being an asshole, go for it. He said they have 2 wins, including when they were on C9, but really they have 3 because he didn't mention Salt Lake City the year which they won. I did mention Salt Lake, but it's a global invitational, not a major. This is Space Station's first major win as an organization. Yeah, I'm wondering what the match times are going to be. That's what I'm worried about too. That'd be nice, Pharaoh. That would be cool if they did that. I think it'd be pretty fucking sick. Try to get rid of that jet lag. Make sure all teams are at their best. That's the thing, is that I want all teams at their best. I really do. Canadian, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, that's a great idea to have them get over there to boot camp. Really good idea. Because we know how much of a pain in the ass it can be for the international teams to make their way over here. Also, another storyline that was great, Lore. Lore Gaming, previously no org. The Mexican roster. They almost made top 8. They fought their way through open bracket. They got into pools. Not only did they get to pools, they went to champ bracket. They did it. They did the thing. That's fucking awesome. Fucking Passion United. Eliminating Kratos' team. Kratos smashing his controller. Man, what an experience. You guys want to see that? You guys want to see that real quick? I mean, I kind of got to play it, right? You know, kind of got to play it. Let's check out this clip, guys. This is Passion United eliminating Kratos' team from the tournament. And pay attention to the top right of your screen. There's Kratos smashing his controller on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Also, look at that logo! Look at that logo on the jersey! Look at it! It's our logo, ladies and gentlemen. Had to have an excuse to fucking show that off again. Yeah, Doo-to-Redo. Great name, by the way. They did look solid. They look great. I'm super excited to see what they do for the rest of the year. Canadian, there's a casual league. Are you asking if there is one, or are you saying there is one? Because I do know there is one. Kratos had to drive 14 hours because his flight was canceled. Is that true, Pharaoh? Jesus Christ. If that's true, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Someone was suggesting one. Yeah, HRL, Halo Rec League. Go check it out. Check it out. So yeah. Thursday, Denver had like 18 inches of snow. That's fucking crazy, dude. God damn. I don't miss that. Like we've had We've had a calm. Will can attest to this. Also, hi, Will. I see you in the chat. Will can attest to this. We didn't have a snow-heavy winter this year. We did not have a snow-heavy winter this year. And as somebody who's not the biggest fan of snow, I'll take it. All right. Oh, fuck. All right. I genuinely think that's all I have. If anybody has any other questions, please let us know in the chat. Make sure you add us at HCS Protect so it doesn't get lost in the sea. Predictions on who you think Stray could pick up? I hope Foe. I hope Foe. That's it. Like, that's it. Solidified roster, got top 6 this event, has potential to do better or remain where they are. Either way. Like, that's who I'd pick up. It really depends. And they also have their visa situations are figured out. I know that we were asked yesterday or the day before. I forget who asked it, but somebody asked, like, could you see them being picked up by, could you see the business roster being picked up by Straight? Or, like, would you put faith in Druck and what, blah, 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 blah. And Will and I said, unless his visa situation's figured out, then no, I would never go for that. So if I were Straight and I were looking at free agents or teams right now, and I was looking for a roster to pick up, Foe would be literally at the top of my list and be no question. The question becomes, like, if I was Straight, it'd not be a question. I want them. But the question for Foe and Straight in the conversation is, how much is Foe looking to want monetarily here? You know what I mean? That was in the cards, Veggie. That was in the cards. But again, this is why we don't like to talk about things that aren't official, because nothing's official until it's officially announced. But yes, there were talks. Veggies, I'll ask you, does it look like it's happening? We haven't heard anything saying that it would. Technically, we haven't heard anything saying that it wouldn't, but all signs are pointing towards God, no. Thanks, Rascals. Appreciate you. Fucking A. Oh, my God. If we believe the rumors, there's a chance Druck could get a visa to the Quadrant Major, right? It's already taken care of aloof. Like, he can go to London. He just can't cross into the U.S. border. He can play in London already. Like, there's no issues with that. He just cannot cross into the United States border. So while he could play in London, he can't play the rest of the fucking year unless that situation gets figured out. So it's not a rumor. It's knowledge that's out there. It's public. Woolly Behemoth, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Love the stream. Appreciate all the Halo coverage, but the way you did, God damn it. Butt wipe the third. Feel like that's going to be a running joke now. Hey, did you guys know? Wait, hold on. Guys, does it look like I'm just like hugging my chest right now? Does it look like I'm cowering in fear? I'm not holding anything. This is just my sweatshirt. See? This is just my sweatshirt. It moves with me. See? God damn it. Rascals. Damn, I didn't notice that. Oh, fucking, it's crazy, man. Butt wipe. Thank you for the follow. So is it a tax thing with Druck? It's a visa thing with Druck. I'm not here to speculate on taxes. Nor should anybody be speculating on somebody else's financial situation. How does Royal 2 never have an issue? Because that situation is taken care of. Again, I answered this before. I know from the outside looking in, you may look at this and be like, oh, he just wants to play Halo in a different country competitively. Who cares? Let him through. It's not that simple. This is the U.S. government we're talking about here. It's never that simple. Just because one player has an easy experience does not mean that another player is going to have an easy experience. You have different lawyers, you have different personnel, you have different agencies. We are talking about the U.S. government. Yes, Aloof. Lots of people get visas. You know who else? You know what else happens, Aloof? And this is not an attack towards you. I'm just stating a fact. A lot of people don't. A lot of people do. A lot of people don't. Aloof, if you want more information, Deranged Native, the CEO of Native Gaming, when Druck was a member of that organization, put out a long thread that explained what they tried to do. They went through all the hoops. They went through all the right processes, and it still wasn't approved. There's an issue with the approval of his visa. That's it. What the issue is, that's not for us to say. That's not for us to speculate. There is an issue with the approval of his visa. That's it. Just Cloud, good luck. But yeah, to answer the question one more time, if I was straight ripping, depending upon the monetary compensation that Foe is looking for, I would get Foe. They're a solidified roster. We imagine they're only going to get better, or they're only going to attempt to improve, and they have their visas all their shit's figured out. That's what I would go with. I don't see any other team. Yeah, I don't see. I mean, obviously, there's a couple North American teams that don't necessarily have full-time organizations backing them that you could look at. But if I were straight, I would look at Foe. That's what I would do personally. But again, it all comes down to what they want. It all comes down to contracts, negotiations, all that fun stuff. So it all depends on. Proton, not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. But again, it really just depends on what the players are looking for, compensation-wise, what the contracts look like. A lot of stuff involved. A lot of stuff involved. Any other last-minute questions before we close things out for the night? You guys have been amazing. And seriously, while there are times where I do not agree with what somebody asks or what somebody says in the chat, I still appreciate you chatting regardless. It allows for that conversation, and I appreciate that conversation. Will Druck be on business after London? That's up to them. That's up to the players on the team. Not here to speculate that. If I were them and the visa situation wasn't figured out, no, I wouldn't. Be like, sorry, dude, you're just leading us on at this point. Cloud, isn't it pretty sick, you know? I could put the lid on. Maybe that'll be a better determining factor. See, look at that. Now it just looks like there's a floating lid. Holy shit. Thank you, Farrell. Thank you for being here. And seriously, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the brand new follows, the subs, the resubs, everything. You guys are fucking amazing. This is the first time we've ever done anything like this, where we go live after every night of the major and we break down what happened during the day. We watch some gameplay. We talk about things. Yeah. Typically we stick to the show and that's it. But we want to do something a little different this time. And yeah, we hope you guys had fun. We hope you guys got your drops. Yeah. Shout out to the HCS for allowing us to have drops as well the whole weekend. That's pretty fucking cool. And yeah, I really like this thing. Thought it was really fun. Plug the merch one more time. All right, you got it. That button. There you go. And we'll put out a tweet for the merch as well, so don't worry about that. But yeah, despite the occasional disagreements, I love the show. Keep up the good work, guys. Thank you, George. And again, there was literally nothing against you, and I hope you understand that. And I mean it. Thank you for the conversation. Thank you for adding to it. And thank you for providing your viewpoints as well, because it allows us to talk about it. And we both agreed that the CE pistol's crazy. So there you go. But yeah, merch. Arlington merch available at least till the end of Friday this week. Jesus Christ. For every shirt and poster sold, a portion of the sales will go directly towards the artist that made it. His name is Uriel. And he's amazing. So go show the support. Again, we'll keep it up at least till the end of the week. You can get your order in. I'll put a blast on Twitter later. There you go. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, George. Don't we all? We all fucking love talking Halo. It's what we're here. Juan says, hope you had fun as well. Thanks for putting this on. Thank you, Juan. Thank you. Fuck yeah, John. Thanks as well. Oh, Will, do you want to do the shout outs via text? I'll give the quick spiel real quick. Guys, we're HCS Pro Talk. Well, I'm half of it. Will is in the chat right now. He usually sits right here. We're HCS Pro Talk. We're a weekly Halo esports podcast. If you're new here, we're on all your favorite podcast services, including Pocket Cast, which is my personal favorite. Not an ad. Just love the service. We're also on YouTube, on Twitch. YouTube, the VOD goes live on the day after the show, like the live show. And then on Twitch, we're live right now every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time for the actual show. That'll switch back to Mondays. We're typically on Monday at 7 p.m. Central. That'll switch back to Mondays in May. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, we talk about the scene. We're going to break down the tournament, obviously, on Wednesday. So stay tuned. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a good amount of regurgitation over what happened the last 3 days. But hey, it'll be clear. It'll be concise. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. We like having fun. If you miss any of the after party streams, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the VODs will be available on YouTube. I will get them uploaded probably tomorrow. So if you missed any of it, you want to catch up on any of that, you can do so. They'll be uploaded tomorrow. I'll try. And yeah, this has been fucking cool. I really enjoyed it. Will and I were extremely exhausted last night, but we still had fun. And yeah, Jesus Christ. Will you guys be doing any after parties for the other lands? It depends on when London is. Like when the time frames are for London. For SLC, for Atlanta, SLC, and Worlds, probably not. Unless Will wants to try to get something figured out for Atlanta and SLC, because I'll be there and we'll both be at Worlds. So it's going to be pretty fucking hard. But yeah, Central Time for the time zone on our show, 7 p.m. Central Time. Currently Wednesdays for the live show. Going to be Mondays in May. And yeah. It really just depends on when the London times are for the matches. Because I think it'd be pretty fun to do again. Be pretty fucking fun to do. Fuck yeah. And Will, no problem at all, man. You had to do what you had to do. I completely understand. Thank you for... Will, I got to give a shout out to Will, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Will for fucking taking the time to come down here to do the after parties for the past technically today as well, for the past 3 nights. Shout out to Will, you legend. Not legend on SSG. He's better than you, Will. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, Will respects it, okay? I hope Will's not mad at that. I would assume Will's not mad at the statement I just made. I would assume he's not mad. Okay? Goddamn. Fucking A. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us for the after party. The after party for Arlington. Love you, Will. I mean this when I say, to all the folks that tuned in live, to everybody that even lurked, to all the follows, the subs, the resubs, the raids that happened over the course of the weekend, to everybody that added to the conversation, to the non-shitters out there, you guys are fucking amazing. Plain and simple. Absolutely fucking amazing. Thank you for taking the time out of your weekend to come join us, shoot the shit about this game and the scene that we love, watch some gameplay, and if you also engage with the podcast that we do, you're fucking amazing as well. We really appreciate it. We've never done something like this before. It was new. It was nerve-wracking at times, but it was also incredibly fun. And any excuse that we have to talk about competitive Halo, I'm going to try to take that excuse. So, hell yeah. What a fucking weekend. What a fucking major. Congratulations again to Space Station Gaming. Congratulations again to Legend. Congratulations to Bound on his first major win. What a weekend. Can't wait to talk more about it on Wednesday. So until then, hope you all have a great fucking night. We'll see you Wednesday for the show. Until then, bye-bye! And for those that are still hanging out, you know I have access to the buttons. You better be prepared. That's Will's cue to get out of here. Press all the fucking buttons, baby! Roster recap.
Unisheck. Unisheck.
All right, that's it. I'm out. See you later.